And we're back. Try number 2. Hopefully everything works. Fingers crossed. It may be one of those nights where stuff doesn't exactly go to plan, but we'll see how it goes. There you go. PT 126. As you can see, FSK Fadnator versus Dexpremacy is on the card. We've already been over this. I'm your host, Dr. J, and Roger in the booth with me. And judging by the fact you caught the previous 5 minutes that we were live, let's get straight into the main card here, Roger.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My screen, it says it's paused. I don't know how to unpause so I can see what you see.
The stream is paused. I'm blind like Stevie Wonder right now.
That's an interesting issue to have.
It's in the Discord, not on the actual stream, by the way.
Yeah, Discord.
Yep.
Okay, but I can see on the screen. All right. While you fix that, we're gonna talk about these fights I see right here. All right. So boom, I see it's the return of CV. Roger, it says CV versus teammate Hoo. Right. That's I haven't seen him fight in so long. Like, does he still have it? Does he even still play this game, Roger?
I don't know. I mean, I hope so. You know, I haven't seen CV. I haven't heard a whiff of CV fighting in a minute, anywhere at all. Right? He probably still does. He's probably still got it in the bag. You know, who knows what version of CV we see? Maybe he's been in the lab this whole time. Maybe he left and trained on some mountain and we don't know. You know, and now he's like a great fighter now, or better than what he was, or he comes in here and his chin's like Dominic Cruz now, and it's just gone.
That's great. But like, I just thought about the last time we seen him. All right, what did we see him do? The last time we seen him, I seen him beat up Lucas Cruz, and then I seen him like right before the season started. They had an exhibition and beat Smudger. That's the last time we seen him.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But I mean, TB, he's going to come out and look killer either way. But fighting another campmate, this fight was just campmate after campmate. I believe the original pull out, we ended up putting in AK Josh, and then Josh had to pull out something. So now CV's in. Evidently, this fight was AK. Not intentional. It's just the way rankings work. That's what happens sometimes, especially when you fight in these types of leagues. That's going to happen quite a lot. You're going to end up fighting teammates. Just so happened that fight, you ended up seeing your 2 teammates being matched up there. But nonetheless, our first fight of this evening is going to be Holdy versus a live debuter. He won his first unaired fight originally, and so now he's looking to make a live debut. He wasn't aware it was live until I think about yesterday night, in fact. So Holdy's going to be looking to make a why does that exist? Okay. Holdy is looking to probably make a good start to the season. He's already 2-1. So yeah, let's get straight into this fight as we go.
Yeah, a lot of big names on this card. I think it's going to be a really, really good card. I see no reason why I wouldn't. And I'm frozen now.
Okay. See, and I just seen
it's sad as hell. Why I look so sad?
Yeah, you look really. I can see myself though. Listen, I see myself talking right now, but you look so. You look depressed.
Why is that blown? That is fantastic. I've just realised what's happened on my end as well.
Yeah, and then Doc just doesn't exist. I don't know where Doc is right now.
Doc is just a voice, guys. He's a voice in our heads.
I'm on the right side. This is the first time I've ever been on the right side.
Yeah. Tell you what, because of the weirdness of everything's going, we're
nowhere now. Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna scrap the cams because everything seems to want to go a bit peaked on. Then we'll get into the fights. If I'm able to sort it out a bit later, then we will do. If not, apologies, ladies and gentlemen. It's just me one of those nights. But nonetheless, here we are with Masvidal versus Jalen Turner. Spectral Rush on the back foot, and Holdy looking to put on some supreme pressure here right now.
You know what's crazy about Jalen Turner? As good as he is, to me, he's so weird to use it lightweight because he's so much taller than everyone. So if you fight him this close, it kind of takes away. Not only does it take away the reach advantage, but like everything you throw as Jalen Turner kind of gets there slower than anyone else because your arms and all your limbs are just so much shorter.
Yeah, you're right about that too. And now he's been dropped because Jorge Masvidal is fighting him in a pocket. Dang! And this is not where he wants to be. Jorge Masvidal is fighting him chest to chest, Doctor.
Yeah, it's definitely not a great idea if you're Jalen Turner, to allow him to do that, I mean, for Masvidal, it's the best idea possible, making sure that you give him no range to use those teeps and those long lasting straights, which I think are a level 5, Roger, so they do even more damage on top of his general power here.
Yeah, Spectral's making some good adjustments right now. I think when they're this close, he should focus on punching the body, and when he finally gets the range, start using the teeps and kick and make it a kickboxing match. Because I don't think you want to be this close and trying to go band for band with Masvidal, especially. You know, I think it's just more about the body shots when Masvidal's trying to be this close to you.
Oh, nice. That's what he should have been doing. Use your long range weapons. Like, you gotta use your power to keep him off you, because you're neutralized if he's that close to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Holdy's already looking for pulls. He's countering the leg or the kicks and the knees, punches. You know, I think Spectral needs to make this a kickboxing match. Force him to kickbox with you. Keep it from being just a straight boxing match right here.
Well, keeping the boxing tight, using those teeps at a distance, and kicking as Masvidal comes into range. It's a great, solid plan so far to be seen. And if you're a Spectre right now, it's just keeping that same presence and making sure not to get clipped the power of Masvidal here.
Okay. Jalen Turner, get your back off that cage, sir.
I think the problem is Spectral hasn't picked up. He isn't making any reads. He's just kind of doing the same thing, and he's letting him put him against the fence. When Masvidal backs up, he throws the body kick, and Masvidal's been catching it every time, right? On the way out, when Masvidal backs up, he should throw it to the head instead of the body. He countered hard right there, and he's telling, oh my goodness, Holy feeling himself on his debut.
Man, he's looking at this like it's a walk in the park. He's like, this is food for him right now. And here's the thing. You said this before, Roger. You always say that some people have one way to fight. If you stop the way they're fighting, there's no adjustment. This is one way you know how to fight. And that's what it seems like right now.
Yeah, I agree. He just needs to. I think it's a simple adjustment, to be honest. Every time Holdy backs up, Holdy blocks low because he knows Spectral wants to go body to try to get some of that stamina. So every time Holdy backs up, just throw it to the head this time. You know, and then when he goes forward, maybe throw a body punch. You know, I think that would do wonders for him right now, because Holdy's kind of just going back and forth and just kind of pressuring him. He just wants to stay close. You know, he only backs up a few times.
Nice knee. Does manage to catch him, does some decent damage to takedown, but coming into play there very quick. All right. On the single leg, but sprawl transition also quick. Camera being a bit weird, but trying to get into the backside position. A lot of stamina goes into the favor of Holdy, now getting side control. Good reversals by both of these men, but looks like Holdy is also the more advanced grappler here so far.
Yeah, Holdy seems to know what he's doing here more. I think Spectral should not have let him get to sprawl. Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah. He's going to land some elbows from side control. Oh, never mind. He puts him in full mount. Oh, it's... This is bad for Jalen Turner. Oh.
I mean, let me remind you, Jalen Turner took him down. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, it is.
That was a choice he made.
I mean, judging by the fact he got knocked down at the very end of the second round and he lost the round, because it wasn't a bad idea mixing it up, seeing if he could find a different opportunity. But now that you're witnessing how Holdy has developed on the ground as well, raining down the shots, including the elbows there, trying to work that cut of Jalen Turner even more, you've got to imagine that he definitely regrets his move. But there are ways to come back from this, and that they're still fairly even on the stamina, in fact. And that was a good get up there to get back up.
Pull guard.
Any pull guard.
Like, I hate when people pull guard in real MMA now. I think pulling guard be so pointless a lot of times. Like, imagine if Jorge actually pulled guard in real life, Roger.
First of all, Jorge should not be trying to grapple nobody.
Yeah.
Like, that's bad.
I don't know why I don't agree with the game plan by Spectral. I mean, it was smart to go for the takedown, even though it didn't work out for him. I mean, you're trying to mix it up, but he's just backing straight up and then going straight forward. He's not really circling off. You know, he's not trying to use his footwork to the best of its ability.
bit more horizontal footwork, using circling to get himself off the cage. If he sticks in a couple of teeps as well, even a clinch attempt can work quite effectively because you can grab your opponent, spin them around, and then you can recircle the way backwards. And so if you want to use that way as well, build a lot bit more distance, it's probably ideal, especially for someone like Turner J, who has such long arms and reach. The uppercut did manage to get there. The head held fairly close, but the stam seems to be...
Oh my goodness, Jorge's such an idiot. No disrespect to you, you're an idiot. But listen to this. No, because he kept getting his round strikes pulled, and he keeps doing it knowing all he wants to do is pull. Oh my goodness.
That's what I'm saying. It's just... now it's on Holdy to make adjustments, but Holdy won both round 1 and 2. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but you're right. Holdy should have made an adjustment there. What I will say, and this is a rare EAW, but let's just appreciate the stamina right now. I mean, if this was before the update, these guys would have had like 75% stamina at least. Yeah. Now the stamina is starting to look a lot more realistic. This is what I like to see right here. None of that throwing a million punches at somebody's block every round. We're getting an actual fight here. And this is, people, you got to think now. Now you got to actually use your brain, right? Both of your stamina's kind of low. What are you going to do? And now we're seeing Holdy, what I think is smart for him to do in grapple, right? He's clearly the better grappler. Why not, right? We won round 1 and 2. You got rocked in round 2. So to play it safe, you grapple with him. I think this is a smart game plan.
Star choke, nice. You're done. Going to the back flat position instead. Understandable, but also the stamina big enough that it could be a big difference. The back flat, though, is dangerous position. No block, and he gets it.
Beautiful from Holdy. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Indeed. That was beautiful. Say what you want about wrestling Masvidal, but hey, it was smart. It worked. He won the fight, knocked him out. What can you say? I mean, it's all about the win at the end of the day. I mean, I'm sure Masvidal will grapple too if it made sense.
If he could. But so if he could, he would, Roger. If Jorge could do this, he may have became champion.
Well, this was in lightweight though. It's not welterweight where he would previously committed that. But yeah, no, fantastic job by Holdy there. Looked fantastic in all aspects of the game, from the striking in round 1, got the 2 knockdowns after getting taken down. He showed his dominance there, and it really was a back and forth battle that honestly Holdy led for the most part.
That was a good fight. I'm really excited to see the rest of this card now. That was a good first fight, and now that I've seen how the stamina plays out when watching guys fight at the highest level, now I know I'm gonna see a lot less people trying to just punch people's blocks off. And what can I say? I love to see that. I love to see people fight like a normal human being, and this is just beautiful.
Yeah, that 20% reduction in stamina recovery between rounds has really made a massive impact on a lot of things, as you can tell, and so is looking forward to see how it further plays out, as you mentioned. So it'll be interesting. Apparently EK Warrior has pulled out. I'm not entirely sure.
No, I like watching him fight. I actually like EK Warrior strength.
I like his friend too. I like both those guys. That would have been a great fight.
We have got Fran. I think it just got mislabeled as something, so I'm just sorting out the behind the scene person. Yep, it is. So in replacement of EK Warrior, we have Lilo. He just won his fight against EK Maceo on the unaired about an hour ago now, in fact, and so it was looking to be a replacement there. We did have a possible for that, but they made it, and so now he's filling in for a different replacement spot this time round, and will be fighting Fran in the featherweight division. And looking at it, we are going to get 4-star Dan Ige versus Calvin Cater.
These are 2 boxing heavy picks. There's 2 boxing heavy picks. Honestly, I would lean toward Cater for being, from talking about better pick in terms of striking, but Dan Ige has pretty good jiu-jitsu, to be honest, and I don't think Calvin Cater's ground game is as good as Dan Ige. I personally like using Dan Ige more though. I actually have a lot more fun using Dan Ige.
Dan Ige just has some extreme hand speeds. He's height of my hand speeds, his submissions are good, his power in general, also his kicks. Kaelin Cater's a bit more of that straight-laced boxer, as you mentioned, and I mean, if you want to do some serious damage, possibly focus on working the cuts with the 5-star elbows of Cater here, Jay.
Yeah, and I like the distance Calvin Cater is fighting, and he's either in or he out.
I agree. Fighting at a very good distance. This is the distance he should be fighting in. It took a Lilo to get in. A big staple when you're watching Fran is that jab. Every time I watch him fight, he loves that jab, and I love seeing it. I love seeing a good jab. Nice.
The jab to get you far.
I think he should double on it though. To be honest, I think throwing one is not enough. You should double on it and then start looking for the hook. Ooh.
So you say that he landed some strong shots. That he won those. He won that just sudden trade, and that rear hook can do a lot of damage overall, especially. Big overcommitments there. On the other hand, not a great start, but it does mean Lilo has now got the pressure of Rion. He is also giving space. He doesn't want to get into a complete brawl with Fran here, it looks like, Roger.
I agree. Right now, Lilo is he's losing this boxing match right now, because right now they're not throwing any kicks, and it seems that Fran may be the better boxer, or maybe it's the pick. Who knows? But the thing is with Dan Ige has good animations for his kicks. He has pretty good kicks, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're struggling, you know, with the boxing right now, make it a kickboxing match. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, Dan Ige has kicks. You can throw some kicks, throw some teeps. You know, mix it up more. You don't have to straight box with them. You know, you don't like this is an ego thing that he's doing right now. Because right now he's not winning this boxing exchange. He's finding a little more success, but you know, Fran is fighting at a really good range, and Lilo seems to not be able to get in on him. Nice. There's the kicks.
Oh, and the uppercut though on the body shot, which is one of Leo's two big tools. The uppercuts are his biggest ones that I've seen. I've fought him a few times recently, and a lot of his big shots are the uppercuts and the body work. He's a very fast-paced fighter, but he enables that by the meanings of doing a lot of body work, so it also drains your stamina. So if Fran can recognise that, as he evidently has done to part one, he slowed down the pace, and two, he just caught him with the uppercut. That's going to make him more scared to go down to that body here, Jay. And these trades, the
comeback. Is she going to make a comeback? No. Ooh.
Jesus. This is a war.
That is literally Fran's fault.
Why did you go into the stats there at the very end? Jesus.
I don't know why he went into that menu like it was over.
Was he not expecting a barrage of punches? He's into the pool guy to posture up. There you go with the uppercut. That's the one that Fran got earlier on, but hopefully we don't get to see the replay, but you did just see the overhand there and stuff. Jesus. Well, bow respect.
Real.
And we're back into the action.
I'm not taking no bow if somebody punch me like that. Forget that. There's no respect till after the match over.
Well, stamina going into the favour of Dan Ige right about now. Very slightly near leans into the rear hook. Near a taunt there as well. But uppercuts and stuff trading. Looks like Fran is still getting the better of the overall trades, but the massive combos do seem to be going into the favour of Lilo at the same time here, Roger.
I agree. I think it's because Fran knows he's better right here. I think the problem is Fran is overextending. I think he's throwing a little too much sometimes. You know, he should land his shots and get out like he was doing in the beginning. See right there. Oh. Land his shots and stay safe. He's too comfortable trading. I don't agree with that. Mm-hmm. So he's standing right in front of him. Before he would back up or get out the way, he's just kind of just standing there tanking the shots. You know, that's not a good idea, because then you give Lilo a chance back in the fight. It's not like you have a stamina advantage, you know?
Exactly. And And here's the thing. I think it's an ego thing. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stand right in front of him. Like, get yours and get out. He couldn't touch you at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's standing a bit too long. He's taking pictures. Now the stuns come again. The uppercut kills him.
Hey, he deserved that. He deserved
He deserved that.
Bro, he's overextending, bro. He kept doing it. Like, he overthrow and then he got countered and then he gets and then he ducked into the uppercut. He ducked into that.
He headbutt that one.
Damn, man. Fran did that to himself. He beat himself right now. Cause damn, he was throwing. He literally had it.
He looked good though. He did look good.
Shout out to Lilo for capitalizing on the overextension for Fran. I don't know why Fran was fighting him like that. I don't know why he was doing that.
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes the nerves of the league can get to you, and sometimes you do some stuff that you don't entirely want to do in normal play.
That was ego.
Yeah, that wasn't nerves. That's not what it was.
That was ego.
Yeah, that was ego.
He had that. I don't know why he felt like he had to do all that with him.
Well, I mean, whatever it was a fantastic job by Lilo, making sure to capitalize on certain stuff, making sure every situation he was doing, even when he was losing in certain parts of that fight. Condolences to Fran, but congratulations to Lilo for getting that win in the column. That's only our second fight. You saw how much of a war that was. That's a primetime guarantee for you, and he only gets better and better from here. We're going to go straight into the third fight between that boy Mix-Ups versus Reese. Mix-Up's typically a main card fighter, but this time around he's on the the prelims. A rarity to see, but that's the way it works in the early season. It just happens.
I mean, was he recently fraud checked, Doc?
No.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Fatinator's usually fighting for the belt, but what is he doing right now? Yeah.
What is he
Got a
doing?
main card?
That was crazy. What is he doing right now?
Well,
oh my goodness, Joe Pyfer.
I just clocked that one. That's insane pick, to be honest. I respect it.
Talking about getting fraud checked. Joe Pyfer.
Everybody just seems to, love this Fatinator guy. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my goodness.
What, are you going down the same route as what Swaggy's been doing recently?
What has he been doing recently, Doc?
What you been doing?
Well, you haven't called it on post-mortem. I think he was trying to suggest that Fatinator is slightly washed. He's been doing the same with Trixie. It's one of the best parts about post-mortem if you haven't catched it in recent.
Oh.
Swaggy seems to know what he's talking about.
Okay. Here's the thing, though, with him saying that they're washed, right? Swaggy specifically saying that. We've never seen a prime Swaggy for him to even become washed. You got to become good to become washed. Swaggy, you've never been good, so you can never become washed up.
Damn.
Well, I'm glad I'm not getting scumbucket this week.
Man. And right now we're watching Kelvin Gastelum wrestle fuck Joe Pyfer. I mean,
yeah.
Let's hope Joe Pyfer gets up. Ooh, he gets out of crucifix.
Well, 3 minutes on the clock. It looks like Mix-Ups is going to try to get a cut already. A lot of elbows, crucifix. You also seen going back to this side control position. You do have the power transitions to try to force it out. Looks like he did, but it can force other issues. A posture up here probably gets into top mount. Goes to the transition instead, interestingly. Probably expecting the pre-deny up, but now the rotate over to top mount here, Roger.
Oh.
Another deny.
This is not the start that Joe Pyfer wanted, Doc.
No, it definitely isn't. Joe Pyfer's known for the power in the hands, being on bottom. The only person who's able to reinforce power is probably Kevin Holland, to be honest. And Joe Pyfer is not that person you want to be on bottom with right now.
You're right.
I'm curious why he picked Joe Pyfer.
Because he's a very good striker. You've got to imagine that once it hits the feet, if it does, which it does in the second round, every fight does start on the feet, so maybe we get to see it there if he's able to get up in the next minute and a half. But he definitely came into this game plan with that idea of striking more than grappling, evidently. Oh no!
I'm not.
Oh god!
I did not think Joe Pine.
That's a nice no.
There's other options. There's a lot more options.
You can really say Kelvin Gastelum has better striking than Joe Python in the game.
I just can't look at Joe Pyfer the same after his last fight. Forget just the game. He got fraud checked. They were saying, what they say, Roger? He broke Francis Ngannou punching records. Some BS.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, that man, Jack Hermanson, made it look like he ain't got no power. He was eating that like it was breakfast. He was eating his punches. I don't think he hurt Jack Hermanson once. If anything, Jack Hermanson, I think Jack Hermanson might have hurt him. I don't remember.
Well,
but Jack Hermanson,
4 minutes 15 of control time. Honestly, looking at the stats, there was a lack of damage. It definitely differs from what we saw within the fight. A lot of elbows, even the back fight. There's a lot of movement and a lot of damage in positions that Mix-Ups has wins easily, securing him that round. But that does mean Mix-Ups has now got to get another takedown coming into this second round. Joe Pyfer, although you may have issues with his hand power in real life, he's still got some heavy hands in the game. So it's all still playful. All he needs is one, maybe a 2-punch combo to really do some damage. Although he decides to go for a takedown himself. And then gets dropped.
That's fight IQ.
Man, Joseph Pyfer is getting beat up right now, dog.
I told you.
Joseph Pyfer's about to be unconscious in a second. Jesus.
Joe Pyfer was such a bad pick. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even think it's. I mean, it could be a player, but I think Joe Pyfer is not a good pick to go against Kelvin. Kelvin Gastelum's power, his good boxing. I don't know if it's still. I think he had like 4-star boxing combos in the last game. I don't know what it is in this game, but Kelvin Gastelum is like very well-rounded. Not a bad pick. A very underrated pick in my opinion. Joe Pyfer recently got nerfed.
And he's out.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over.
And
the rage quit.
Jesus.
No.
Well, that happened. I think it's a simple sentence. Normally it's Mix-Ups rage quit, and this time it's his opponent. Interesting role reversal there, but nonetheless, very dominant performance there. As you mentioned, it was definitely the pick that caused some issues. Joe Pyfer not one to be grappled or in the grappling realm. He's a striker for and foremost, and Mix-Ups read it cleanly. He got the takedown early on and just dominated for 4 minutes that time. Got a sub in the late part of that one, and then looked even more dominant after the fact. So that was just a well-laced game plan there by Mix-Ups.
Mix-Ups, on his way up. Maybe he should have been on the main card. Doctor.
Well, from 1-0 up to 2-0 he goes. Is he 1-0? I believe he's 2-1 on a +2, rank 14. So with that win, it definitely enters into it. You got to remember though, even on the prelims, you've got people who rank number 7 in our featured prelim spot. That's how tight this main card, this entire card is, and that's how stacked it is, just from 1 to 15 on both consoles here tonight. Like the Hatesfran versus Lilo fight, Hatesfran was ranked number 12 originally, so that's kind of the rankings you're looking at right now. So you do have to be in that top 5 ideally to get onto that main card spot, and a win like that, going 3-0 for Mix-Ups, who's on a +3, 3-1, he's definitely going to get that spot. But moving on, we're going to go over to rank number 10, Hoo versus aka CV. Hoo on a 2-1 -1, while CV has got his 1-0 on an ed, and now he's looking to make a name for himself again in this season on the live card.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? So Hoo, which he probably knows CV better than anyone. He probably helped CV prepare for his comeback, right? Realistically. But I'm really interested to see what CV does, because he kind of just airs sometimes. Like he don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't see him fight, then he just shows up and then he goes on a little run.
I mean, it's wrong, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Sometimes
Bobby Green.
Yeah, I was about to mention this. CV's going Bobby Green, and who's going Jalen Turner? It is.
Hey, you know what that means? CV must be shit out this man. I ain't gonna lie. He must really know he gonna whoop him. His behind, you know, he gonna cook him.
I don't like this pick.
I don't like that pick either. But
I hate this pick, actually.
Listen, this is what I look at, right? If you're on the same team as somebody, so that means y'all train together, and you feel comfortable enough picking Bobby Green against Jalen Turner, that means you know you're better than him, right? Now we don't know that, so who could come in here and pack CV up and make CV look silly right now. But CV must know something we don't. That's why he picked Bobby Green.
Man, I can't look at Bobby Green the same after what the referee let happen to him against Jalen Turner.
I'm not gonna lie, that hurt my heart to see.
That was wild.
It looked like he died. That's got to be like the worst or one of
yeah,
like that was so bad.
Well, maybe.
What did Bobby Green jab on this game?
I think it's a snap stab. With how
because you know, last UFC 4 he had a 1-star jab for some odd reason.
It was worse than Damian Myers.
Like why?
I don't know. Never got updated either, which was even weirder. Well, so far, most of the shots we've seen that landing of any significance, I would say, have been Jalen Turner's leg kicks. A couple of obliques attempted by CV. Outside of that, the boxing seems fairly subtle, very much trying to feel each other out, make a read on them as campmates. They probably had a lot of fights, so they're just trying to find another hole that they can exploit instead of the ones they usually have to end up in brawls or whatever the hell. So far, slow and patient is winning the fight for both of these men.
Yeah, CV starting slow as usual. I'm seeing some new combos that he added to his game, but he's starting slow as he usually does, making his reads. I think it's smart for Hu to also start slow and not go too fast and let CV lure him in to anything, right? Not show him too much of your bag too early.
What is... If you're Bobby Green, what is your strategy to beat Jalen Turner, Roger?
I'm gonna set up a head kick. To be honest, that's what I would be thinking right now.
What, with a man whose legs are as long as you?
I'd be trying to get in, land some body shots, and get a head kick in there. Because I feel like that's your best bet to rock him. I don't know what Bobby Green's power is, but I'm sure it's not very good.
I want to say it's probably about a 93 or something. It's like not bad, but it's not good either.
Yeah. Plus, it's going to be hard for you to land it unless you're just, in the pocket with them. Because Bobby Green has significantly shorter arms than Jalen Green or Jalen Turner.
Well, 30 seconds left in the first round. No stuns or knocks to be seen. A lot of leg kicks, a lot of gentle pitter-patter across the board. CV, though, so far winning the stand battle. I'm not quite sure who's winning the significant strikes, but something tells me it's leaning into the favour of CV right now.
I think it's pretty close. I'm not going to lie. I think Jalen Turner might be winning, but it's very close.
Let's look at stats, fellas.
Yeah,
I need to be a rule, because I've been wanting to see the numbers.
Yeah, I've been wanting the numbers, too.
So I'm not going to see the numbers?
Nope.
I guess we're not seeing the numbers.
No, so I'm just not going.
Yeah, I was saying, the one time we want to see the numbers, we don't get the numbers.
Yeah, I guess we're just not allowed to see that.
Right.
I think the body kick's there for Bobby Green.
Yeah,
I think he can throw
a couple of times. Nice. I think there's a lot more body work though available for Bobby Green. I think he's reached the win so far, boxing and kicking wise. He's working that body. He's been quite good on the head defense, but if Bobby Green can then start opening up that body a bit more, that's going to be probably the place to really do it. You can see there the uppercuts now working as well, and it's going to be that body work, it feels like.
I think he can kick right outside of the boxing range of Jalen Turner. I think the body kick's there. Rock, there it is. Body kick. Oh. He doesn't see it. It's working though. What he's doing is working, so he doesn't need to do it.
It's another option if he wants it. The rear uppercut seems to be a tool that CV wants to use a bit more. He's having a bit of difficulty on the range, but seems to be where he wants to be landing his key shot.
Yeah,
I'd love to see who use that straight a bit more.
Yeah, I think Hoo is falling into the game a little too much right now and boxing with Bobby Green. I think if I'm Hoo, I'm trying to kickbox as well. I mean, Jalen, there you go. Jalen Turner can kickbox very well.
Yeah, long legs, long arms. Like,
yeah, he's not throwing any teams, not really throwing a lot of kicks. He's just kind of boxing with him.
He's trying
I don't know why he's falling into that trap. He should go back. Yeah, the leg kicks are working too. You know, should go back to that what was working.
Hate when people abandon stuff when it's doing good. Like, why? Keep doing it until they stop it.
I think it's because he got rocked and he wants it back.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta have short memory. You gotta let that be in the past.
So much it's starting to make me dizzy. Just a couple more jab straights down the middle for Jalen Turner. He's so long, you should probably be utilising it. If you land the straight, you're going to then also probably be landing that rear leg kick as well. So if you can get CB to like duck the straight and then land the leg kick behind it as well, that's going to do more damage you can. A lot of ducks there in a row by CV. Uppercuts can also open it up. For Hoo, it's definitely he's now got to find a way into this fight. The stamina's not going to, so it's looking like he's struggling to find an idea where he can use to exploit CV's defense right now, Joe.
Yeah, and I can tell their teammates only because we're used to Hoo doing something wild by now. And Hoo is trying to fight very disciplined, Roger.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. CV must know something we don't. CV's doing a good job of sapping the stamina with the body shots and making Hoo work hard to land the strikes that he is landing. You know? I think Hoo needs to go back to the leg kicks, go back to kickboxing. It's the third round, so he might need a finish. We don't know what the first round, who won that first round, you know? I thought
literally. Like,
yeah, it was a very close first round. The second round is definitely CV's though. That's the only thing that I think we definitely know. So this is, you know, this is for Hoo to and CV to really put a stamp on this right here to show who won the fight. You know, somebody needs to do something big here, in my opinion.
Round 3, both rounds have already been closed. Now kicking the leg kicks. I mean, who can break CV's leg within the next 2 minutes and then put on the pressure from that way? He can definitely win the round and possibly the fight from it. I imagine round 3 still holds the strongest scoring if a round or two are close, but that's yet to be confirmed in this game. Front kick there, arguably knee range, but works nonetheless.
I'm not a fan of the approach that Hoo has. He's wasting a lot of energy trying to land and win the round, which I get it. It's the third round since last round, so I might as well let it all go. But if CV gets a good counter, it's going to be really bad for him.
Yeah, what's really making Hoo's life difficult is the fact that CV is happy to accept the shots that Hoo's throwing and only throw when he wants to. He's not retaliating. Typically, what Hoo's play style would lead to is people retaliating quite a lot because of their foreign stomach, so they want to get a shot back instantly. But CV's not falling into that trick, whether that's because of a teammate or whether because that's just the difference in play styles, and so it just means that for CV especially, he's able to like figure out what shots are going to get thrown next and then find that counter as what he's done so far.
Oof. Yeah, I like the patience from CV. He's not allowing Hoo to force him to do anything he doesn't want to do. But with that being said, I think he's down in the round because Hoo is wasting a lot of punches, but he landed a lot more than CV did in this round so far. You know, CV at some point, like there's a minute left, he's got to let his hands go because we don't know who's winning. For all we know, Hoo won the first round and Hoo's winning this round. So it could be 2-1 after that, and then it's over.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in this fight.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
First round, we didn't get to see the numbers. I think CV won the second round. You know, who knows?
Yeah, he won the second.
He won the
That's
second.
the only thing we know is who won the second.
I mean, I think he's winning this round as well overall.
Who, CV?
Yeah, I think so. Like, he's getting the better shots off overall. He's landed the more damage. I mean, who's probably got a bit more of the output, but the damage is going into the favour of CV. It feels like.
Okay.
CV ended a round strong for sure.
Can we see the stats? That's all I be wanting.
Yeah, I agree. It'd be nice to see his stuff.
Oh, here we go.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to tell.
They're both raising their hand.
We go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All three judges score the contest 29-29. Ladies and gentlemen,
Well, shit.
this is a unanimous draw.
I'm putting my headphones down. Are we gonna
29-29.
That's what I was saying. It was very close.
All the judges scored it 29-29.
Okay.
I want to see these numbers.
Does that mean? All right. So that means round two was 10-8. Round two,
or is it 10-10?
No way.
Let me see.
Let me see. So round.
Okay. Can
we see the judges' scorecard? Round two was a 10-10.
10-10. How? Go to round two. Go to round two.
Right,
Right now.
go to round two. This is insane.
Round two. Go to round two. Go to round two, please.
So Turner won round one. So who won round one? CV won round 3.
So, but how was round two? And
because they landed the same.
If the stats are close, the stun is what separate them. If it's that close, right?
Yeah, but then who's got the more significance? Which I think.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But like, a stun is the big mo.
Yeah, I agree. I
agree with the idea that the stun's the big moment, but I can also see why the in-game judges have done it that way at the same time, because UFC 5 is a bit weird that way.
Yeah, I agree with what Doc said. Can you go to round 3? Let me see what round 3. I want to see stats for round 3, because I thought, CV did at the end start landing more and start bringing it back at the end of that round, but I thought the output might have helped Jalen Turner win that round 3. Oh wow! Yeah, CV.
CV.
He did.
Yeah, he just avoided it. Like that big last burst at the end secured that round for CV, and then I imagine round 1 if we get to those stats as well. Maybe. Who overall the round 1 was? I think those leg kicks probably secured it in the because
that round 1. CV started a little too slow, so I knew Jalen Turner had to win on that one.
Oh yeah, round 1 is yes, round 1. That's.
I imagine a lot of those single strikes are also the leg kicks as well that who started out very strong with.
Yeah.
Well then,
all right.
That's a draw.
We got a draw.
Our second draw in PT history, our first on the live card. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong. But,
that was a good fight.
That was a good fight. That was a war to the point where it scored a draw. Yeah, congratulations to both of you, I suppose. I think that means you
Congratulations.
I don't know. What else am I meant to say? Like, good job on scoring the first live draw of PT.
Good job of not winning.
Well, you didn't lose. You didn't win, but you didn't lose. Put it that way.
I guess.
Yes.
There's no way to be happy with no draw.
True.
I personally wouldn't be happy with a draw. That's just me though.
No, I don't think I would be.
Me personally, we got to run it back.
Yeah, maybe we can look at running it back. Maybe so. That's definitely an idea, and I mean, between those two, they definitely deserve it. By the looks of it, they both put on some good performances there and looked really good. Nonetheless, though, we have to move on to the fight before our featured prelim. This time around, we're going to be looking at rank number 9 EK Cheery at 2-0 versus MBK Hold at 2-0 himself. He's ranked number 11. This is going to be in bantamweight, 4 stars, and in the Xbox division. And looking at these picks, it's bound to be the classic striker versus grappler matchup here, Roger.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Marlon Moraes' chin is so ass that anybody in this game can beat him. As good as he is, literally anyone can beat him. That's how bad his chin is. Like, you could literally be winning the whole fight, and his chin will literally be the reason why you lose. I think his chin is at 87.
Oh my
Literally.
gosh.
Yeah, it's that bad. I'm gonna check it just to make sure I'm not lying.
And
But it's that bad. Like, his chin will literally be the reason you lose.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen a couple of people win with Marlon Vera. This is typically the matchup you do see in bantamweight. Cody Garbrandt, Brett Spann, and then these two are the instant picks to pick. Marlon starting out as the stronger fighter. I have run into Hold Rock a few times on ranked. He's very much that boxing archetype, so I mean, he does like to use his kicks on the occasion, already building the stamina advantage into his favour. But I mean, for Cheery here, part of that EK camp, he's going to be well developed, well trained overall, and using that power that Rivera has, which I think is at least 92, he's going to do some serious damage here if he's not careful.
Yeah. It's rare to see a fighter shorter than Marlon Moraes as well. I will say that. It's very rare. Not a lot of guys shorter than him in this division.
Oh my goodness. He's trying to walk him down though. Why? He has no respect for him. Like,
he shouldn't. His chin is at 87. I'm about to tell you right now what his chin is. Hold on.
I will stand forever by the statement that Marlon Moraes is arguably the poor man's Aldo, only because of the way he fights and the fact he's just not as good as Aldo.
I agree. That's a good take, Loki. Yeah, his chin is an 87, like I said. Yeah. And his recovery's at 87. So when you get rocked, it's pretty much over.
yeah.
And I'm going to tell you Jimmy Rivera's punch power real quick.
I'm guessing 95.
It's a 92. No, it's a 92.
Okay.
92. That's not too bad.
It's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. But 87 makes anybody look like they got 95 power. So
also true. It's one of those things. I mean, for Marlon as well, though, you're not wanting to be in the pocket with Rivera. You're wanting to use those kicks. I mean, even more so, I think, in this case, given the 87 chin, as you mentioned, leg kicks reduce the power. They also score significantly, as we did see from the Hoo fight, what went in that first round especially. So, use a few more leg kicks, work the car kicks, time them well, but also just stay out of the pocket, because otherwise you're going to get killed by something. He is doing a good job though with the stamina. He has got to be mentioned, Jay, here. Like, he's keeping that constantly with those body kicks, so it means that he's got less to throw later down the line.
Yeah, I do like them lead body kicks from Marlon Moraes, but since he's cut, I'm getting a little scared because it's one stun, Roger. Right. My bad. One stun and he's done. Basically, Doc.
Yeah, basically he's got to be really careful about where he's throwing the kicks. And looking at it now, that block is coming up for toast. Like, that block is as low as his head health, and his head health has taken quite a few shots, and now the block breaking is starting to come really through for him, and that 92 power, as Roger mentioned earlier, is definitely starting to look more like 95 here.
Listen to me. If I'm Marlon Moraes, fighting like a cardio kickboxer, I'm going to keep throwing them body kicks, get mines, and get out, because look at his face right now, Doc.
I mean, it's interesting to note that Marlon's got pretty good stuff, if I'm not mistaken. His subs are pretty solid. So, I mean, if I'm Marlon here, given my head health, given my block, I am shooting a takedown. Or clinch, or something of that point, using the grappling for his advantage.
But how often does Marlon Moraes have stamina advantage over somebody, too?
I don't know. His cardio's not great, is it, if I remember correctly?
It's horrible.
I mean, it does show you how massive those body kicks do in general there. Like, even before all the stamina updates, if you kick someone's body, you normally got rid of their stam quite significantly. And so that's just one of those things you've got to be careful. Lovely head movement is avoiding some of the shots, but because of the way the block is now, it's only a few. The duck elbow, though, coming out and doing a great job. Front kick narrowly missing as Rivera disengaged from the pocket. 3 minutes 30 on the clock, and Rivera again keeping going forward. He just needs to... He needs to make the block overcommit and then a pin Marlon in the corner, because right now there's a lot of footwork being used. That kickboxing stance is kind of keeping him able to get away from the most damaging shots of Rivera, it seems.
And, okay, they both do a knee. Hook. Body kick. Those body shots gonna add up in the long run.
coming down to about half stamina for Ikechiri now. HRH is just trying to find something to really do to get him to back off, and a lot of it has been used from using those tapes. Does just narrowly avoid that second one, nearly gets countered there as well, and this back and forth action just continues as the round goes deeper.
Yeah, this is the I'm not gonna lie, this is a lot more competitive than I thought it would look, to be honest.
Knee.
Yeah, that chin has
Elbow.
Elbow.
Elbow. Oh my.
Well, they're kind of at a standstill right now, weirdly. It's like Rivera can't keep him in a corner because Marlon keeps just major lunging out the way. But Marlon can't stay in the pocket for any amount of time, because if he does, his block dies instantly.
Yeah. Well, I think the problem is Jimmy is following him. You know, he's literally just following him, and then he's not really trying to find his range. It's like he's just trying to bulldoze through him, and they've kind of nerfed that kind of style. So you have to be a little more strategic and think a little bit more, or think about what you're gonna throw a little bit more. You know, that's why stamina is so low, and the body teeps and everything from the body work that's coming from Mariah is also adding up. I think if I'm Jimmy Rivera, I'm just gonna stop chasing him. Fight him from the outside. You can fight from the outside with a shorter fighter. It's hard, but it's possible, right? You know, I think that's what he needs to do. You know, take away that front kick like he just did right there. Just take that away and make him start to miss. And then once he missed, capitalize on the whiff, right? Just stay just out of range. Right there, he's too close. You know, he's just walking into all this. You know, stop chasing him. You don't have to chase. And then he gets countered right here.
Oh, but he deserved that. You know how many slip elbows and just elbows in general he's thrown, and he has not adjusted to it?
It's like you said that I say all the time. Some people got one way of fighting. Take that away and they look ridiculous. You got to mix it up. You got to make an adjustment. Not everybody gonna fight the way you need them to fight for you to win. You know? That's the problem. He's just following.
Okay, so I know the Stam's dead, which makes it, I'm about to say, even more difficult. But a takedown, you know? If you're a Rivera, Jesus, the body's gone, the kick's coming out. It is amazing how much damage Marlon has managed to do without getting clipped after that block has been the same way for about now 3 rounds.
I love to see it, Doc. They finally started to nerf this block breaking mess. Like I said, this dude has one way of fighting. He only wants to throw long combos and chase you around the cage and bulldoze through you. And it's not working because now you have to fight with a brain. Look what happens when they nerf the stamina just a little bit. Oh my goodness.
He said he got to fight with a brain.
I mean, what would you call it? Tell me I'm lying right now with a straight face that he's not fighting, that he's fighting with a brain right now. I mean, you've been following him around the cage. You throw a head kick in punching range and get ducked. I mean, it just, you know, you got to make the adjustment at some point. At some point, you got to do something different.
Yeah, the fight definitely was both of them playing in one set style, and then and just the way Marlon was doing it. He got caught quite a lot in the first round, but after that, it was the case of he major lunged every time Rivera went to dive in, and then from that it was just that case. And then by the time the third round came around, Rivera had used so much stamina that he gassed out completely, and then it just allowed Marlon, as you saw there, and as you mentioned, just to dominate from that fight forward.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful what MBK Rockhold did. That was beautiful. Like I said, I mean, you know, if you're gonna fight one way the whole fight and not make an adjustment, that's on you. Okay, if you want to throw a million punches at my block the whole fight and get tired, that's on you. They finally nerfed the stamina. Now you can't get away with that. Now it's not about bulldozing through people's blocks and just throwing a lot. I mean, dude was literally just following him and throwing a lot, and he didn't make a single adjustment. Rockhold played that fight perfectly, in my opinion. What else could Rockhold ask for from an opponent? You know, I mean, that was it played right into his hands. You know, he just all he had to do was stay on the back foot and counter him the whole time. Because what is that guy doing? I mean, it was a great fight.
It was a great fight, indeed. And so, from a lovely performance with Hold Rock Hold, we go into our featured prelim. Now, in one corner we have a man who we did see in the GP, he did put on a performance, did lose that though, went 2-1, now is ranked number 7 in the division. And we also have a man who has been on unaired for a season or two now, and that is the ever man, the myth, the incredible nutcase of Lepo at rank number 12. He's going to be 2-1. He's on a +1 win streak, and he's looking to get a win against a really big name of Vuck. So it's going to be an interesting time to see. This is going to be in the featherweight division, and looking at the picks, we're going to have the return of Calvin Cater, but in the other corner we're going to see Josh Emmett with his 5-star overhand and 100 power.
That ping is disgusting. I love this fight, though, if I'm being honest. You know, we already know Lepo's a good fighter. We already know how great Vuck is. This is the chance for Lepo to show us if he's worthy of being considered one of those top guys like Vuck. We already consider Vuck a top fighter, whether or not he has a belt, right? We all know how really good he is. It's up to Lepo to show us that he is also one of those guys. You know, I'm excited for this fight. I don't think Lepo's a bad fighter. I don't think Vuck is a bad fighter. I think this is a really, really competitive fight that we're about to see. I'm curious who wins. Josh Emmett had 100 power, by the way, if you don't. And in my opinion, I can't spend real that's me. That's me. You know, ready.
Just me? Where you're sounding robotic, or?
I'm prime right now.
Jay? Interesting.
It's the game while you're so
There we go. Are we back? We all good?
Yeah, you sound better now.
Oh, okay. Go.
Yeah.
And so you were all robotic there for a slight second. I was a bit confused.
Yeah, you sounded bad for me too.
Oh, okay. Cool. We love it. Well, onwards and upwards we go. Both of these starting out with a brawl. Calvin Cater's the longer fighter, so ideally you want him to be using the jab straights just a bit more than someone like Emmett here.
Ooh. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Josh Emmett is the best pick in this game, but that 100 power really makes up for it.
Yep.
You really don't want to get hit by him.
That one slip hook took about half his head health, and then he got hit by another shot, and he's already back down to half. Yeah, it's a scary thing to fight. It really is.
Yeah. Because I don't even think Josh Emmett is like a crazy pick, but the 100 power makes him a good pick. If you know what you're doing. Oh, there it is. Yeah. It's the slip hook. I don't think Cater sees it yet.
Not just yet, but I mean, Vuck has fought multiple former champ and champions, held their belt himself, so maybe give him a bit and he'll make that read. You would hope at least. As you can see, getting the knockdown there as well, past that block. Emmett's cardio, not the greatest thing in the world either, so you have to be careful of that if you're Lepo here.
I agree. I think Lepo's standing in the pocket too much. He's staying in front of him too long. Like he should have backed up after he rocked him and he recovered. He should have backed up. He stayed too long. That's what got him knocked down. I'm surprised we're not seeing Vuck wrestle, but Vuck seems to want to strike here, and he's finding some success. Anyways, he knocked him down. You know.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the wrestling pick, Emmett is the wrestling pick, so maybe we see Lepo shoot a takedown at some point, but I feel like he's mainly chose him for the 5-star overhand and the power. Speaking of power, although Cameron Cater may not have as much, he's definitely having a lot more success in what he's hitting. Like, you can just see the block, the head, and the body across the board are all significantly lower than what you would hope for them to be as you end the first round here.
I agree. Buck did a really good job of staying patient and staying calm and landed what he needed to land. You know, like I said, Buck usually wrestles people. So that's why I'm kind of curious if he will wrestle, but it doesn't look like he wants to or needs to be honest. He's doing a great job, to be honest. I think Lepo's doing a bad job of standing too close. Like, he's staying in the fire too long. Get punched. You know, he wants to land, which look right there. Like, why are you standing right in front? It's over. This is over.
Yeah. No? Yeah.
Why? Yeah, why stand in front of him? Why let that happen?
And a second rage quit.
Oh my goodness.
That one was definitely more in style since it being Lepo. I mean, it can't, as you mentioned, though, it was definitely that fight was led by the fact that Lepo was just standing in that pocket a bit too much, and it was really causing some big issues there. But he tried. The slip hooks were landing. They did a lot of damage, but outside of that, it was definitely he just couldn't get anything going properly.
Yeah, I don't understand why he wanted to. I don't get it. I don't get the process. The thought, like he started out strong. Lepo started out strong. It's not like he had a bad start. He didn't have a good game plan at the beginning. It's just, I think it ended up catching up to him because he just kind of stood there. He says, I couldn't even pull. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. You should have used your feet. You don't have to stand. You can back up. You don't always got to try to counter with the pull, you know? Plus your block was getting punched off the bone, so it probably wasn't worth the pull at that point. You probably want to try to save that block a little bit. But hey, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely looked... He had some potential there. He definitely looked like he deserved to be in there from a point of view. Vuk is just one of those talents that is incredibly difficult. Point where people in the top 5 even have tough fights with him. So again, it was a tough challenge, and Vuk turned out to be the best Rock fighter there. But again, sometimes that's the way it goes, and that was our feature prelim. And now, yeah, that's our feature prelim.
Hey, that man must hate me now.
All right, so who won between Buck and Lepo?
Vuk.
Hey, Lepo got packed up.
Oh yeah, I assumed that happened. But who set that up? No. I'm gonna defend Lepo. Lepo should not have been fighting Buck. Who set that up?
He told somebody shut the F up, and they called him the R word.
Who did that?
What?
Lepo standing on business. Lepo standing on business.
Jesus.
Let's go, Lepo.
He like that, you know? Sometimes, you know?
Moving on. Hopefully these two are good to go. At the start of our main card now starts. If you haven't already realised, we just had our feature prelim of Vuk versus Lepo. Now we move on to our main card. Our first fight of this evening is going to be Basic versus Bone Doing Work, followed by Ripe versus Joe B. Joe, Smudger, Limitless, MV Chris versus EK Jiro, Fad and versus Ali, and then possibly AKA Dave versus someone that's yet to be determined if we can find a replacement. Slight issues there with K1 Cook, but we move on. And then of course our title defense with Driz looking to defend against this 3-0 Dexpremacy. Just trying to find out what's going on with Basic and Bone Doing Work. Like, they seem to be leveled up, but their screen's currently like on that standby mode, so I don't think they are here just yet. So I'm just trying to get confirmation from the back.
From the bike.
Yeah. Interesting. I think we're all good. So I think we're just going to go into it. Hopefully they're all ready and they're all good. So let's go. So this time around, since it's the main card, we also 5 stars are able to be picked. Bantamweight means you may see the new addition of Umar. You may see Marab. You may see Figgy, Rob Font, Peter Yan, or in Bone Doom's works case, by the looks of it, Bruce Lee.
Okay. You know, listen to me. We have Bone, Doc's favorite fighter. Y'all always try to disrespect Bone. Y'all always disrespect how he never come forward. All of this. Bone, tell Doc that the game is hit and don't get hit. The fans may not like it, but it works. I got your back, Bone.
Listen, wait, isn't Bones the guy you guys always say he just runs and fights?
Yeah.
That'll be the one.
Hey, listen, I got your back, Bone. I got you. If no one else don't got you, Bone, I got you.
What is going on?
Listen, I think it's a matter of learn how to cut the cage, throw leg kicks, throw round strikes to stop him from circling off. Maybe not chase him.
Well, that was a bit long to get into the fight, but we move ahead. Yellow shorts, Corey Sandhagen, an interesting pick, I must admit, but Peter Yan being in the other corner, if I'm not mistaken. So here we go. Bone already moving on his back foot, looking to circle around that cage, knees off and walks away again.
Okay. Oh. This gonna be tough, especially with Peter Yan pressure, because they're about to have the most opposite style in the world, right?
Yeah, I'm curious how this plays out. Well, if it's smart for Peter Yan to pressure him this way. Let's see if it's what he really wants to do here. That was a nice leg kick. I think he got checked though. Ooh, he's chasing him, like I said. You see what I mean?
This is giving the previous bantamweight fight we had, where you had Marlon versus Rivera. This time around, though, the Peter Yan is as Rivera whilst Bone doing work is the Marlon here. A lot of that extending the arm, getting to more distance, hanging around, then using those leg kicks, and then even when he's in the pocket, it's a lot of just he circles, fires the shots, lateral movement, using the camera to his advantage, and then doing the damage that way. It's little but a lot in a lot of cases.
Oh. People may hate what Bone doing, Roger, but I think Bone doing a good job getting his and getting out the way.
He is actually doing a pretty solid job. I mean, no matter the issues you have with Bone, he's doing quite a good job right now. He's keeping momentum going.
Bones is circling to the left, and Peter Yan is just following him. Not once have I seen him try to cut it off and make Bones go to the right. Look what Bones doing. He's just circling to the left. Now he's circling to the right. Right, and look, it's like, there you go, there we go. Now he's starting to cut the cage off. I mean, damn, it's
we go. Just go, Bo.
Or especially with this type of style, just shoot a takedown.
Yeah, if it frustrates you that bad, shoot a takedown.
Fair enough. In Bone's defense, it's a solid plan. He's well executing it, but it is one of the most annoying play styles you can fight, and that's just with the way the game works. And honestly, in these types of cases, if you can't deal with it, just shoot a takedown 9 times out of 10. Because a lot of the time, people who have this play style are really good on their feet, but then have a couple of issues on the ground that you can normally exploit in one way or another. But with all that being said, 30 seconds left of the first round, Roger, and it has basically been Bone using the lateral movement to his advantage, pitter-pattering shots and building that stamina advantage so far.
Yeah. You know what bothers me about this too? I've seen Bones lose to somebody striking. And you know what they did? They didn't chase him. That's what they did. Just don't chase him. Literally. I forgot who it was, but they literally beat him striking, and all they did was they didn't chase him. They fought him from the outside and forced Bones to go forward. Bones eventually had to go forward, and Bones lost the decision because Bones, funny enough, doesn't know how to go forward. Now, maybe he's changed that by now, but from what I've seen, if you make him go forward, he does not have nearly as much success. The problem is y'all want to stand in front of him. Y'all want to chase him? Don't chase him. Make him come to you.
You have to
don't
fight
have
the
to go to
game plan. You have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keep it basic and cut the cage.
Yeah.
People fight with, let themselves get frustrated, chase him around the cage. That's the problem.
That was crazy. He shot from that far.
No, it's crazy. He just shot into his lap. That looked real crazy though, did he?
He's landing the shots on the block. He's having some success in the big combos, but again, when it's now also the case of because of the damage he'd done in the first round, that if Bone wants to plant and engage and trade, he can get the better off it, even with someone like Peter Yan in the opposite corner. He's basic now also realizing if he just backs off a tiny bit, he lets Bone come forward and then engages straight afterwards. He's having some success. But again, that lateral movement, as you can see, just getting him away from the cage constantly to the point where he's just back into that center, and so he has even more space to go into.
I know what this reminds me of, Roger. I know what fight this looks like.
What?
Teofimo Lopez's last fight against Jermaine Ortiz. It looks like this. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, he literally, like, he's just chasing him. He can't, like, just, I mean, he landed a good shot there. What's crazy is Peter Yan's landing good shots, right?
Yeah, he's.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. He could win this fight if he just forced Bones to go forward, because he's not even doing that bad. He's really not doing that bad. It's just Bones is fighting his kind of fight, and it's benefiting Bones more, and he's forcing Peter Yan to work harder. But if Peter Yan would just make him go forward, Bones, I don't think Bones will be finding as much success as he is, because Bones get hit a lot. He is getting hit a lot. It's not like Bones in here not getting punched.
No, his footwork's good, but his general defense is a different story, and that's kind of what's keeping basic in this fight. So although the footwork is, but as soon as that footwork goes, the rest of his defense suffers massively, and that's what's, as you mentioned, allowing to keep basic within this fight so far, Jay.
So if I can't pronounce whoever used Peter Yan's name.
It's
like
basic. I don't know what his actual GT name is,
Okay.
but it is KM basic.
Like, here's the thing. Go slowly over there, cut the cage, throw a calf kick. Like, there's a lot of stuff he can do right here to slow his movement down, but he's not going to do it. So
They said his name is Basic in Greek.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That makes
I don't
sense.
speak Greek.
I don't speak Greek either. But I'm not entirely shocked by that
because of
revelation.
Google Translate. I do. With Google Translate, I speak a lot of languages.
That's a good point.
Well, again, look, according to the stats, that is KM Basics, not KM Basics, that is Bone Doom's works round, although I feel like with the way the game reacted to a couple of those missed shots and with the stun highlight on the screen, that could definitely go into the favour of Basics, but it'd be interesting to see how how this third and final round continues, and to stay certain though, Basic probably needs to get a finish. I think that's definitely true here.
Yeah. You know, I'm not mad at the takedowns. I think he's doing it at the wrong time. When he has Bones this close to the cage, that's when he should shoot for the takedown.
Well, when he's closer, like with the most recent patch, the zone takedowns are a lot quicker. They're better takedowns now, and so if he just wants to shoot closer, he can get like the actual singles leg instead of the low single, and then cut it, and then it'll work a lot better than what he's currently trying to do, because that denial window's a lot bigger.
Man, he's probably ready to throw his controller right now. Even if he wins, I know he's hating this fight right now.
Yeah,
Rating. Like, in his defense, I'll admit, right? As much as I'm defending Bones right now, it's very annoying to fight somebody who literally refuses to go forward. Like their whole style is like I've fought guys like this where you can stand in the middle of the cage and not touch your left stick, and he's just not gonna go. He's just gonna stand there looking. Right? That is extremely frustrating. When you're in the cage with them, though, from the outside looking in, it's easy to say this, I know, but from when you're in there,
when you're in the cage, it's just a different story. Because like even here, when Bone has low leg kicks. He's done a lot of damage. He can walk forward. He can put the pressure on. He's just refusing to, and that's the more frustrating point about it. A lot of fighters who play off his back foot, like CV for example, he plays off the back foot a lot of the time, but then he will come forward at opportune times. Bone doesn't do that, and he is absolutely insane.
Well, yeah, that's why I said it is annoying, but when you're in there, you gotta mentally just block that out. I feel like if you know you're fighting this guy, you gotta go into the fight thinking, okay, I know he about to piss me off, so I'm gonna realize what's about to happen. He gonna fight like this, and I'm just gonna do what I gotta do to win. And I go in, and me personally, I go in with the mindset of if it goes to a decision, it goes to a decision. As much as you want to get a finish, everybody wants to finish. As much as you want to finish him, you go in.
I want to finish.
Yeah.
No, Bone doesn't want to finish. He's worse than Dino in that matter.
Bone does not want to finish. Yo, as much as the other guy may want to finish, I would just literally be okay. You got to go in with the mindset, I'm okay with the decision, which is crazy. It's crazy to think like that, but you just have to go in with the mindset, I'm okay if this goes to a decision. You got to keep telling yourself that. As much as you don't
Oh my, he's just like...
It's funny to watch now. This is hilarious.
What is this? Oh my god. If Bone loses this, it's going to be even more funny. Can I just say that? And just for the fact he just refuses to get into a fight at the very end. Neglecting fight IQ or whatever the hell. Like,
yeah, Bone. Let me.
Well,
look at the highlights is moving out the way.
So we've had Mazzy, we've had got Bills with their grappling and their style that has caused some contention. I think Bone's probably the new version of that now.
Come on, man. Stop hating on Bones, man. Brilliant performance. I need stop. Oh.
Well, Bone doing work.
You said Bones the Floyd Mayweather. Oh, yeah, humble. Look at Bone. Yeah. Let's go, Bone.
That's what we like to see here. That's what we like to see. Talk your shit. Talk your shit. Call him a bitch. Call him a bitch. Talk your shit. Oh, my. They can't fuck with you. Go, Bones. They can't fuck with you. Yeah.
Hey, listen. Bones, the most hated. Listen, the most hated. He shows up. If you don't like what he's doing, do something about it.
He took the fight on 1 day notice.
Exactly. He didn't have time to prepare.
It's up to you to make the adjustment.
You was in the lab preparing.
You had a full training camp. He gotta do what he gotta do.
Yeah. No, listen, I love this, you know, because he turned on his camera after too.
Bone acting like he's not the most frustrating person to fight in the world. That is unique. But we move on. There's always 1, 2, 3.
Bones not frustrated.
Bones got to win. He said 3-0, baby.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, it's amazing that he's able to play the exact same style for 3 rounds straight. You've got to give him credit there. Like, he plays the exact same for 3 rounds straight and doesn't change it, which is fair
real
enough.
skill to go to decision every single fight. All right,
Listen,
to do that.
I got you, Bones. The objective is to hit and not get hit. He's not getting hit.
He did get hit though.
Okay, but not a lot though. You know what I'm saying? You can't swim without getting wet. But you know what I'm saying? He's not as down bad as other people. You feel me? Bones is barely getting hit. You know what I'm saying? You can say he's running. Stop chasing him. If you say he's running.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, as that round, as that fight lingers in our minds, and we imagine all the ways that could have gone, we're going to move on to our next fight of this evening. This time around, it's going to be number 3 ranked versus number 8 K1 Joby. These two are going to be in middleweight division. Any star goes, and by the looks of it, they're going to have Anderson Silva versus Mr. Sean Strickland here tonight.
I'm not gonna lie. Anderson Silva is so much better than Sean Strickland in this game. It's crazy.
Yep.
But hey, respect to you though.
It's an interesting fight.
This is a very interesting fight. Sean Strickland ain't got no power.
Yeah, but you know he's gonna try to walk him down and box, even though he don't have power. You know he's gonna try to do that.
I mean, Anderson Silva is really fast. I think people take for granted how fast Anderson Silva actually is in this game.
Yeah. With the 100 cut susceptibility.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Mm.
Oh, oh. Oh, okay.
Okay, right, not pushing R2.
Chill, he forgot. He just forgot. That's all it was.
Ooh. Oh my good. Oh. Hey, you know what? K1 Jody, he may know what he's doing here.
Oh, Jay, he may.
He might know more than I thought. He's trying to punch his block off the bone. Oh my goodness.
He's trying to take his block.
He's trying to punch his block. I wonder what Ripe will do here. He's got to make an adjustment because it seems the. Oh, okay, there we go. Let your hands go. I like that. Ooh. Hey, if I'm Ripe, I'm making this a kickboxing match.
Yeah.
He needs to throw his own teeps. Stop letting Sean Strickland throw teeps at him.
Throw teeps, throw side kicks. Just use your long range weapons.
Yeah, he want to box so bad. Throw your kicks. You got Anderson Silva.
No.
Oh, nice. That was nice.
Cuts also started out into the favour of Anderson Silva. So it's a lot of like back and forth boxing. Anderson's he's just hitting harder, it seems like, in a lot of cases. Oh, the front kick coming out of nowhere.
Why do you want to box so bad? Throw a kick. You missed because you punching out of range. Throw the kick. The kick was in range. Oh my goodness. Oh. Hey, you know what? K1 Jody might be that guy.
It's looking like it so far. He's calm, composed. He's winning the stand battle. Front kick, the head, body, and then up to the head again. Combos are working nicely. That straight, that duck.
Nice. Nice body shot from Right. Nice. Maybe Right needs to just mix in the body punches. If you want to box, at least mix in the body punches then.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the head health of Ripe is kind of getting concerning, especially with the difference between Strickland right now. Seems like a lot of the shots that Strickland is throwing is getting through compared to someone like Ripe right now. Backing off at the end of the round makes sense. Very slow round, 2 stuns, stimulus strikes and total strikes going into the favour of Sean Strickland. Joby coming against a veteran of Ripe, and so far good impressions, very calm and composed, and looking more and more like he's leading the fight right now, Roger.
Yeah, K1 Jody definitely winning the fight, doing an amazing job so far. Not a lot of mistakes made by him. He did get hit a little bit, right? But honestly, he won most of those exchanges. I think it comes down to Ripe throwing kicks. I don't think Ripe threw a single kick that round. I literally don't. I don't think he threw a single kick.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I agree with what Art of War said. He said using Silva like Mike Tyson. Of course it's not working.
Yeah, I agree. That's a fact. I don't know why he wants to box so bad with him. It's like, bro, you got Anderson Silva. Throw a kick. Like, you can't just rely on, like, the thing is, what's crazy is, what's even crazier is if you chose to only box with Anderson Silva, it's not that bad of an idea. You just got to know what you're doing, and clearly he's at a disadvantage, right? You know, K1 Jody seems to be the better boxer as a player, right? So as you, the other player, you're using Anderson Silva. You have a character in the game that has better kicks than the other character that the other guy is using. You should use that. Use the
You've also
advantage
got a
that you
longer.
have.
You also got a significantly longer fighter, which is another thing. Like, use the jab straights a bit more. He's using a lot of these hooks, and you can tell by just the cut on Anderson's eye that a lot where he's got hit is by that lead hook of Sean Strickland. You can just see it always landing, always on the block, or actually landing to get a decent counter off. And so if he, and especially the sample, if he can time the straight as Strickland's walking in, as he's wanting to engage, he can get the hit stun off as well and then do it that way. But so far Joby's looking really good as he gets a knockdown there with Sean Strickland.
I agree. Everything you said, honestly, nothing you said was a lie. I mean, geez, this is getting worse and worse. Like now he's not letting his hands go. There we go. Yeah. He was just kind of running away there for a moment. He needs to just let his hand. He needs to still fight back. I mean, it's not like Sean Strickland has a lot of head health right now. It's just,
Silva
right
has
has
less.
to rock.
Yeah, his head health is blinking after like 2 shots on the block as well. That even the bleeder is basically making Anderson Silva's head health really suspect.
Yeah, he's getting punched a lot. Striking defense is bad, and then he keeps trying to box with him, which is also bad.
Hey, look at Anderson Silva head.
Right. Oh. I'm surprised we haven't seen the cut go to red yet. That.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why he tried to throw. He should have kept his block up, to be honest. He tried to trade with him there when he was around.
And yeah.
Oh my god, why are they still punching him? Ralph, Herb Dean. Golly.
Stop the fight! Stop the fight!
That was a really impressive performance.
That was for you, Wawa.
Strickland just came out there and did a really good job at playing it. He was very composed, calm. He used his distance correctly. A lead hook, as you can see just by the cut on Anderson's eye, was definitely the hallmarker of his fight. And Silva just couldn't really get anything going against a veteran like Ripe. Joby's definitely done a fantastic job at establishing his name so far.
Damn. That's crazy. Oh, damn, we got Smudger next?
I was going to say, we're halfway through the main card, but we're already on a Smudger fight, which really says how highly ranked a lot of these fighters are as we continue up the margin. Smudger is ranked number 2, Dream 1 on the -1. Limitless is number 6, 2-0. In the welterweight division, we are likely to see, just looking at these picks right now, Leon Edwards and Usman making their, I think their debut on this card tonight. In fact, it's the first time we've seen them.
Oh wait, okay, yeah. You think Smudger's gonna wrestle? Probably, but we've also seen Smudger strike.
Yeah.
I mean, the
He's
one
going to mix in the wrestling.
I think Smudger just likes using Usman.
Yeah,
I think it's guy.
Usman's like, he just has that 1-2 power, Jay, and that power is just so determined at being able to both allow stand up to happen and then also shoot takedowns. But it looks like Smudger is just going straight for the takedowns.
Okay.
Man, that kind of looked like Swaggy versus Romero for a second.
Yeah. He had him in all types of positions, didn't he?
Oh
my
Jesus.
goodness.
That's not a good start for Limitless. It's a very good start for Smudger. Takedown into some dangerous top mount. Already landed some damage now into this half guard position. The GA into the favour of Limitless so far. But backside already. Power transitions being used by both gentlemen. But gets back up to his feet. Okay.
Good range management from Smudger. and he gets another one.
Sheesh.
He gets
He
a-
got him to that cage. He got him to that cage, and
Now,
just an educated takedown.
I'm curious if Smudger can maintain this kind of pressure the whole fight, because these takedowns that he's getting, he's not working that hard for him, but he's working a little harder than I think Leon is for these, because his stamina is already, well, he's starting to even it out now, but it was a little lower a second ago.
Oh, that's nice.
He's making Leon work.
There's a tiny bit of a difference so far. I mean, I feel like it can definitely be evened out by a couple of body shots, a couple of big exchanges, maybe a few teeps if you're Usman. Even like a decent rear body kick. Usman does have that level 3, so it's not a bad idea. The uppercuts there as well from Usman.
Nice. Nice. I noticed a lot of those K1 guys have smooth striking, right? But it's tough to be a good striker when someone can strike with you and they have a grappling threat too, so it's more to watch out for, Roger.
I agree. Yeah, a lot of these K1 guys seem to have pretty good striking. I think the grappling is taking away a lot of that from Limitless right now.
Yeah. Although so far he's the one having the more success in the striking department, it feels like. Although Smudger has got the power, because it's Usman, I think. The early round was definitely Smudger, but now that he's stopped shooting those takedowns and putting that pressure on, it's definitely led to K1 being able to get more of a foothold here.
Yeah. You know what I think the problem is Smudger's kind of fighting at his pace. I think Smudger should slow down. Genuinely, like make him miss and keep getting whiff punishes. You know, you don't have to fight at this pace. I think this pace is not healthy. It's not because of the stamina either. It's because he's getting hit a lot because of the pace. I think he should fight at his pace. The wrestling was slowing down the pace of Limitless, but because toward the end of the round there was no more wrestling, they started fighting at Limitless's pace now, right? Which is dangerous. Smudger, because Smudger started getting hit more. I think Smudger should just slow it down, keep the pressure, stay in front of him, but don't fight at that speed. I think he should slow down just a little bit. Just move out of the way of some of those strikes and then try to land. You don't have to throw as much as he's throwing. Like right here, as you see, he's already started to slow down. That's what I need. That's what I would do if I was Smudger. Just slow down. You don't have to throw when he throws. You don't have to throw as much as he's throwing. And it's not even about the stamina, like I said. It's about getting hit. Nice.
Good. That's a good time takedown.
Takedown. That was very good.
Back low into that sprawl position. I mean, if I'm Smudger, I'm working the body. Like, you just rain down the shots. Like, if he gets to get up, that's fine. You didn't work too hard for the takedown.
Ooh.
And oh, that's nice.
He's got
his back.
Oh, good defense.
I did okay.
Nope. He's not gonna let him go.
And back down. That's good. And back flat.
Oh my goodness. This is big for Smudger right here. This is huge.
Posture down, wait for the stam to return. Decides though that half guard's a better position, but a simple posture up can then allow him to get to top mount. As you see, arm triangle, armbar. Wouldn't suggest going for the armbar with Usman. I may not even have it, which is kind of funny if you think about it for more than 2 seconds. But lovely deny, and now the raining down of shots just about missed.
I like this from Smudger. This is smart. Get most of the striking in, or most of his damage in on the ground, because eventually he might get back up. He might get back up, right? So at least get as much as you can from the ground and pound here. That way, when you're on the feet, you can afford to
lose it.
You know, even if you're fighting slow, if he lands, you know, you're still up, right?
I think for Smudger though, given the propensity of the second half of the first round, it shows that K1, no matter the fact, he's going to just have a bit more of that edge in the striking department. So for Smudger, it's about that grappling take, about using the grappling to the best of his ability here, and landing from it as well.
Yeah. Nice patience from Smudger. This is what he needs right here. You don't have to fight at that pace. You see how much Limitless wants to go. Limitless letting his hands go, especially because he needs to. There's only a minute left in the round. He just got dominated for most of it. So Limitless has to pick up the pace here. Smudger doesn't have to match that pace.
I think Smudger's just shooting another takedown. Just like I know there's only 50 seconds left. Yeah, I just feel like for Smudger, with pace he wants to fire out, if he just, I think your idea here is to frustrate your opponent, so then you can capitalize on a big counter. Whereas with the way Limitless is fighting, because he wants to fight at a high pace and he wants a lot of action in a very short amount of time. With the way Smudger's fighting, if you fight slow, you're more likely to get overwhelmed on this game. But then you get a takedown that also leads to the frustration because he can't draw anything and he's being forced to do it. Like at the very end there, you saw him get a bit flustered and throw that piece combinations. More total strikes in his favour. However, the significance go into the favour of Edge. Does that equal the amount same? We'll find out on the judges. I
think Smudger's up 2-0.
Yeah, he's up.
He's up 2-0. But yeah. Now Limitless needs to go. There we go. Good
defense.
That was good defense from Limitless. Limitless needs to like just go balls to the wall. Don't go too crazy so you don't get taken down, but he needs to let his hands go and get a finish, in my opinion. At all costs, not get taken down. Because if he gets taken down, Smudger's going to be able to take at least a minute off the clock, and he needs all the time. A spear! Oh my goodness. And he's in side control. This is really bad for Limitless.
I don't know if he's going to get up from side control because Smudger can probably hold him for rest around here. And side control is a very powerful position. Oh, and he then sprawled.
I was about to say, he's been getting sprawled damn near every time he got to side control. So I don't know. But I think Smudger holds him here for at least 60 seconds. That's the real issue.
No, we're in back mount.
Yeah, he's going to waste his clock. And that is what's going to hurt Limitless the most. It's the clock management. He needs to get up as soon as possible and let his hands go. 3 minutes is not a lot of time to work. Especially to try to knock out a Usman.
This is.
We're seeing. I will be honest. We're seeing great stamina management from both these guys. This is the closest the stamina's been in round 3 in all the fights we've seen today.
And also the highest.
Yeah, literally. Yes, I agree. This is what high level UFC 5 looks like. This is what it looks like when you're not wasting punches or wasting takedowns or wasting things. You're doing a good job of managing everything and still trying to hit your opponent and do whatever you can.
This looks like real life when Leon had his back.
I mean, Limitless needs to get up. He's got Usman's back, which is good for him, but he needs to get up.
I'm about to say, either do that or get him in the top mount and rain in some shots. You may need a finish.
I agree. I was about to say, he needs to get up or something. All right, here we go. Nice uppercut from Limitless. Oh, Limitless gets rocked. He barely missed the clinch. Nice takedown.
That's a great takedown.
That might be the fight right there. That might be it right there. That might be the nail in the coffin. Right?
He's not getting up.
Yeah, he's not getting up either.
And he's probably going to deny the sprawl now because he's done it so many times.
I was about to say he's done it so many times. I'm sure he doesn't get it this time.
This is.
He got out of it. All right.
Denies the sprawl.
No, he denied the sprawl. He's not getting that sprawl anymore.
He's not gonna get that.
He's not getting that sprawl anymore. He's not letting that happen.
And top man.
There we go.
Yep. It's looking difficult, more and more difficult for Joe Limitless to get out of this position now. It's kind of Smudger's led the fight. Sprawl. But
he's not going to get up.
Yeah.
He's not getting up from here.
He gets up, but
there's not enough time. There's no time.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Leon
GG.
Edwards getting the final hit in, but your other question, is that enough? As you go.
Oh my gosh.
We just skipped entirely and Smudger has lost.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Leon.
Nah, show the cards. I gotta see this. No way.
34 to 26 significance overall. Round
Leon has won.
Hopefully.
No.
Leon has won. Can we see it? Can we see it round by round?
Round by round.
Leon won that round. If you look at it, based on the stats.
He won, yeah.
Round 2 can kind of go either way. I mean, it's 10 total.
Them lack of significance is messing him up.
Then round 3.
The lack of significance messed him up.
What? Go back to the judges' scorecards. What are they?
There's lack of significance.
So we got 30, 27, 28, 29, and 29, 28. Jesus.
Oh my.
The judges were having a fit. Jesus, they didn't know how to score it.
Bro, I mean, if that was a real UFC fight, I think Usman would have won. If that was like a real life fight, they would have given him that. I mean,
yeah.
Just off me using my eyes, that I don't know. Hey.
He said, Smudger said, damn, this game is too, I don't know. What are you trying to say? This game is ass.
The game is restarted. I think that's what
he's trying to say that.
Calling the game restarted. That's what I think is happening now. But hey, that's what happens. I don't know.
I mean, that's probably going to leave a bad taste in Smudger's mouth, but there's by no means that does not mean he will be back at some point in the future. Possibly even next week. It's a good fight for Limitless. He did a good job with his overall striking. He looked good in that area. The grappling maybe is something that he wants to go back and work on, even if the judges said that he won the fight. But that doesn't mean that he will win fights in future fighting the same way. Be interesting to see. That's a good win though for Limitless, and it's expect good things from him in the future. And so, from the PS side, we go back straight over to the Xbox side. This time around, we're going to be seeing NV Chris at number 3 and who's 3-0, and EK Jiri who's 3-1. Both of these guys have developed their records quite well within the Xbox side. Now they're in the top 10 and here on the main card, so I expect some good things as we enter into the bantamweight division by the looks of it, with Sean O'Malley versus Corey Aimbot Sandhagen.
Aimbot, oh wow.
Yeah, Aimbot, because if you remember correctly, he's had a couple performances, I think with Hates Round and a few others, where he just did not miss.
That is true. He's very accurate. Yeah, accurate. I think people sleep on how good Corey Sandhagen's striking is because of the last few performances he had where he wrestled a little bit, especially the Rob Font fight. But Corey Sandhagen, it's crazy because I, to this day, stand by the fact that I say Corey Sandhagen beat TJ Dillashaw in that fight.
He did. No, he won that fight. I don't care. No,
the shit out of TJ Dillashaw. I don't know how they didn't give it to him.
All TJ did was have him in that back clinch at one point. Like, damage. The damage wasn't close in that fight.
Yeah, it wasn't close. It was not close. I think Corey Sandhagen, people sleep on him. Especially because he also lost to Peter Yan. People sleep on Corey Sandhagen.
Only lost to former champions.
Yeah, and I think he has a bad run-in with judges because not only did he get robbed against TJ, but somehow, one of the judges gave Chito Vera the fight against Corey. Even though Corey did win, it was a split decision. I don't know how you even give Cheetah a round in that fight.
Yeah, and one judge gave him the fight. Like,
yeah,
I mean, you're talking about judges, but they are the most realistic thing. Have we just seen from the previous game, from the previous fight, with the absolute insanity? IRL, they are just as insane, and that's why if you're looking to fight IRL or in this game, don't go to the judges because it's bound for some weirdness to happen, especially within the game.
You're right. The judges are the most realistic part of this game because it is ridiculous sometimes. I mean, it just I don't even know how you give Cheeto a round in that fight. It was literally a 50-45.
Well,
I don't remember it ever being competitive. I don't remember that.
I don't remember Cheeto landing a punch.
Well,
like, I'm really trying to remember. Like, seriously.
Well, speaking of Cheetah, you have the man who did beat him in a 5-rounder in the other corner and facing Sandhagen here, O'Malley, who's so far done a pretty good job of putting the pressure on, using the boxing and just trying to work the kicks in when he can so far.
Yeah, this is an interesting matchup. What makes this fight difficult for Corey Sandhagen is the arm reach. They're the same height, but Corey Sandhagen has T-Rex arms. That's the problem. Right, and he lacks the same kind of power that Sean O'Malley has. Usually the guy with the shorter arm has more power. It's the opposite here. It's the opposite. The guy with the longer arms has more power, and they're about the same height, if not the same height.
think O'Malley's just slightly taller. It'd be nice to see that. He dodged a front kick, a head kick through, and in a better counter there. But nonetheless, we continue. A cut now starting for O'Malley's favour. A lot of body shots already being thrown about the place as well.
Mm. Nice. That was nice by Corey Sandhagen. He's fighting back. He started slow. He's getting hit a lot in the beginning, but now he's starting to land a lot more. This is a very competitive fight right now. Very back and forth. I would lean towards Sean O'Malley that round, but it was very competitive, very back and forth in my opinion.
Back and forth all the way. I mean, I part of me wants to give that to O'Malley only because of the way he was pressuring, and I would argue just a couple of the cleaner shots that he did, as well as the cut that did happen about towards the end of that fight. So that's definitely somewhere to start. I mean, for Sandhagen, it's definitely going to be a case of he wants to. The fact he's always playing on his back foot, we have seen it work, but he's playing in a style that's definitely, I would argue, not conducive to being on the back foot, especially with the way he wants to trade as well here, Jay.
Yeah, and this is the fight I really want to see in real life. Like, say Sean get past Merab, I want to see this fight. I want to see him and Corey. Because I think Corey deserves a shot. Because if Cheeto got a shot after what Corey did to him, Corey needs a shot.
For sure. I mean, it was a weird fucking matchup, and honestly, outside of the history of between O'Malley and Cheeto. That is a different story for another day as this fight continues. A bit overextending there, and that is managing to use the head movement to avoid certain shots and when he can, but so far both these guys hand locks. It says it's kind of one of those fights where you're just waiting for a really big moment to happen to just suddenly ramp the fight up, it feels like.
Yeah, not a lot of body work from either one of these guys. Just a lot of boxing, most of it to the head. Corey Sandhagen's rear hook is money.
Oh, and that lead hook just put Corey down.
I was about to say, the problem is Sean O'Malley has the power, and I think he's trading too much. And you know, another thing is Sean O'Malley's throwing longer combos. Corey Sandhagen's maybe throwing 2 to 3 punch combos. Sean O'Malley's throwing much longer combos, and they're starting to seep through the block, and that's what just got him dropped.
Oh.
And that held so low against a guy with so much power.
And he's done.
No. Oh, damn.
No, he is done. He's done.
Damn, I thought he was getting up. Damn. Goodness. What a finish by
I
Chris.
said earlier, it was one big moment, one stun, and that was it. Chris managing to take the pace forward there. He got the one stun, and then after that it was just all she wrote. Jiro unable to come back, and Sandhagen managing to get KO'd from it. Congratulations to Chris. Doing a good performance. A lot of headhunting from both styles, but that is sometimes the way you see fights go. It's more brawly than technical, but it all ends up with a KO. Anyway.
Yeah, Dr. Wizard just seems to know, just seems to know when things are about to go happen, and completely perfectly predicted how that was going to happen.
Well, from one fight that maybe we did predict how it worked, to a fighter who we didn't predict his fight going, and his opponent who's definitely wants payback from all the way back from season 1 of the Xbox GP, and that is Fadinator versus Regicide's Ali 10DP. These two last matched up in season 1 of the GP, I believe, in the heavyweight division. Ali in recent times has definitely been questioning whether that was 3 or meant to be 5 rounds. It was 3 in fact, and now they meet again, this time in lightweight 3 rounds. And looking at these fighter picks, we're going to have the Notorious versus the Great meeting in the Octagon today.
Okay. Connor versus Volk. If I'm Volkanovski in this fight, I have to mix in them low calf kicks. Like, I cannot let Connor keep me at the edge of that range, Roger.
Yeah, that is one of the bigger issues. What I will say here is, I think the biggest discrepancy here is Volkanovski's chin health and Connor's stamina. I think those two things are going to come into play here, or at least one of them.
Damn, it's a lot of bald heads.
Well, given the fact it's Fad using Connor, I don't feel like the stamina's going to play that too big back, and it does. Volkanovski's stam's also going to slowly get stacked because of the bodywork that Fadinator does as the fight goes on. In terms of the chin, I mean, either one of these guys can go. They've got enough power that they can seriously destroy each other's chin. But by the looks of it, Ali is wanting to use the grappling advantage of Volkanovski to start the fight out here.
Oh my goodness, what the? My man shot from across the cage.
I mean, I can understand Ali's ideas here. I think he wants to initiate that grappling a bit more. It's because the way McGregor is. McGregor's got a lot of that power, and so don't be dealing with it. But Faz's takedown defense is impeccable right now. Every single shot he's defending, and if they're going to the turn, he's very quick with the reactions here.
Nice.
We're getting a different style from Fad from the last time we've seen him. Maybe he's been in the lab, or maybe he's just decided to use a different style against Ali because he didn't need to use that style. But right now we're seeing Fad a lot more on the back foot than we've seen in his last couple fights.
Well, in fairness, Ali is leading the charge, and I think Fad's happy to allow it because it's just mean that he can. I was going to say have him the takedown defense there, but evidently the commentator's curse comes out. Ali now on the ground, but lovely denial there. Does manage that. Does get into side control, but it'll be interesting to see how this fight on the ground goes with 1 minute and 20 left on the ground.
Nice. He needed this.
Yeah, he did. Honestly, I don't think this will get him the round unless he gets like a huge like he postures up and gets like some big shots, which he doesn't look like it's about to happen. But Fadinator's, I don't think he's gonna get back up. Just takes his back, goes to sprawl, and now they're up. Oh no. Oh.
He said nope.
Just not the right angle, apparently.
I would just land body shots from here. Just keep landing body shots from here.
Ali needs to chill. There's no point in getting up. There's no point. There's 15 seconds left. Just let it happen. literally, you're just wasting stamina. You have a stamina advantage. Keep it. Fuck it. Keep what little advantage you have now. You lost that round. It is what it is. Go into the next round and try to do better. You know, I think Ali needs to mix in the leg kicks. Personally, you know, set up the leg kicks with your hands though. Don't throw them blindly. Set up the leg kicks with your hands. If you're gonna push the pace and Fadinator's gonna go back like that, you know, try to do that, right? Fadinator seems to want to box, and he's doing a good job at it. Nice. See that leg kick right there? It was beautiful. I think the leg kicks are there personally.
Slow and steady wins the race again. The takedown's not evidently being.
Why do you want to wrestle?
I think it's because he knows that he's outclassed on the feet. Fad's one of the best strikers in the game, and so Ali, it's maybe just a confidence issue. But again, the takedowns just aren't working though.
Yeah, like stop. Be confident. Believe in yourself. You know, like you don't need to wrestle here. You're not even doing a good job of shooting these. You're just kind of shooting them from wherever. And he pulled. Oh my goodness. Let's see what he does with this. Nope. Oh my goodness.
I think he's trying to prove a point now.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, Fad.
He seems to be in his own head right now. Yeah, Ali's in his own head right now. I mean, this is prime time. This is the bright light, so I understand why he's nervous. But, you know, you can't come in here nervous, you know?
Yeah, I mean, every man is beatable. I mean, Driz has shown that with Fadinator, although he did go on a massive win streak. Every man has his weakness, and Driz found it. Ali struggling, though, this time around. Takedowns and finally lands, but again, as you saw last time out in the grappling department, all the way back in round 1, it didn't have much success, and that's kind of the way it's going. I say that, and he manages to get the top man position, though, this time. Uh-oh.
Oh, now.
Okay.
Gets the knife. Shots running down.
He's not going to. This is his moment to shine now. He has timeout.
It is, but he's got to posture up, and even Fad's doing a good job at denying that. You can see it as the slam goes down. So you posture up, it's not much damage overall. 50 seconds left on the clock. And if we go into round 3.
Oof, good defense. Right now, his defense has been impeccable in these dominant positions, Roger.
Yeah, I think Fadinator's shown that the grappling difference between the two of them really isn't that far. Even if Ali feels like he's the better grappler, Fadinator's not that far away from him. I think what Ali needs to do is just, look for open spots to punch him on the feet, set up the leg. I mean, now it's too late for the leg kicks. I'm gonna be honest. It's a 3-round fight. It's too late for all that now. Now you need a knockout, right? So maybe set up the knockout by going to the body and then go to the head. It doesn't have to be punches. You could mix it up with the kicks and then throw a head kick. Oof.
Well, fairly high stamina for this version of the patch. We saw this stamina with the same with Smudger and Limitless a couple of fights ago, and so that's good. Oh!
Here we go. He got to take this your moment to shine.
Oh, the overhand.
Why do people do that overhand?
I don't know.
It's because he got too excited.
A rear hook would have worked lovely, to be honest, but nah, overhand is dead.
You gotta knock him out too bad. You gotta let it happen. Yeah, let it come to you. I think Ali is rushing in the pocket. That's why he's getting punched so much right there. Gotta stay patient in the pocket.
Well, it's the final round in which he can maybe come back. Fad, I think, has secured the first 2 rounds for certain. Takedown attempt, defense staying strong. The stamina now going into the favour. Looks a bit old. McGregor flying knee there, also coming out off with a catch kick. Oh.
Oof. Ooh.
Oh. Fad is happy just standing in his pocket. He does not care. That body is now worked. It's been very subtle across the entirety of the 3 rounds, and now finally does go step back, finally gets clipped by the overhand, doesn't do much, and 2 minutes left on the clock. Ali is chasing the clock at this point, and McGregor is the one shooting the takedowns now.
Damn. We got to fight with some confidence. I think that was a big factor here.
Oof.
Oh. Doubles up on that jab. Spinning back fist, rear overhand. That's a...
Hey, he's just doing anything now.
Oh.
That's all his body on. Working the head. Knees, punches. Oh, spinning body kick working. Clinch coming.
He clinched him too. He's trying to prove a point. He's trying to prove a point. Oh my God.
He just don't want to go down.
Hey.
This is a...
I mean, I'm of the firm belief that if Fadinator can't get a finish here, I mean, does it really count as a win? I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, anybody in this position would have got the finish by now. I'm gonna point that out.
Well, I mean, you want the finish. I mean, Fad's definitely going for it.
My God.
Jesus. 13 seconds left.
Oh my
Trying his damnedest, but Alexander the Great surviving.
Hey, this is hey, Roger. This is a moral victory for him.
That's a moral victory for him.
He survived. He survived.
Bad.
mean,
Probably getting performance of the night. You've got to imagine from that.
Oh,
Not being able to finish that's crazy, but that's just me.
he said, me personally, I wouldn't let that happen.
67 to 29. He got 10-8'd.
Yeah, he got beat up in that third round.
Of course, he got 10-8'd.
Yeah, that third and final round.
Anything less would have been a robbery.
Yeah.
We've seen some weird robberies tonight. That's all I'm saying. The judges have been really weird. I wouldn't be expecting that when Scott scored for
that
Ali.
was so much of a beat down right there. Like they couldn't do that. They couldn't.
I ain't gonna lie. Judge number 2 gave him round 2 somehow.
Jeez.
Yeah, they did. That's the weirdness of the judges.
Yeah, I don't know how.
That is some insanity happening tonight on the judges' scorecards. If the co-main and main event have learned anything from what we've seen from the main card and from the rest of it, is you do not go to the judge decisions. You do not want to be going there because it's just a bad idea.
I mean, you're right. They just robbed Ali. Like, what is this?
Oh my god.
Well then, with that being said, you may have heard me say earlier that the Dave fight was off unless K1 Cooked came back, or we got a different opponent in, but it looks like K1 Cooked is back, and it's going to be an interesting fight. We're in the welterweight division, and Dave's going Jack Della Maina, whilst we're going to see possibly the first debut of the 4.5 star Nate Diaz from UFC 196.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very excited for this fight. We know what kind of fighter Dave is, so I don't even need.
We don't know which Dave we're getting though. We
don't know what Dave we're getting, but we know Dave is a striker and he wants to strike, right?
Yeah.
And we got a K1 guy from a camp from a bunch of guys who like to strike. Now, I think we're about to get a boxing match. I mean, if you're throwing kicks with Nate Diaz, especially that question mark kick that he doesn't deserve. Delete the game. I don't care. Yeah, delete the game. Yeah, I'm tired of seeing it. Stop throwing it. All right. But, you know, who knows? Maybe Dave throws some kicks. But I think we're going to get a boxing match. But I really don't understand why. Can somebody, and maybe I'm just a casual, but could somebody please point me to the fight where Nate Diaz threw a question mark kick?
Somebody will find it too. That's what makes it crazy.
He's had it since UFC 2. Remember him as a Brazilian too.
Yeah, but like, what fight did he actually have where we seen him throw a question mark kick?
Some fight before 2016, I think.
I'm about to find it.
Seen him throw it in training. Like, he's never thrown it at a kick or a bag or nothing. You know, like. Ooh, nice leg kick, Dave.
I'm gonna say, if you're Dave right now, kicking the leg's gonna be the stronger bit. I know this one has a bit of a higher leg rating than the 4-star version. But nonetheless, it's definitely the idea. I mean, Dave's also going to be wary of that 1-2. He's trying to get the jab. He's trying to get the distance going. But so far, Dave's doing a pretty good job at keeping that distance secure. Outside of that, in terms of the power, Jack Della Maina is significantly more powerful in both the punch power stat and the fact that he's got 5-star hooks, both to the head and to the body, if I'm not mistaken. Takedown.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Did not expect to see wrestling from one of the K1 guys.
With Nate Diaz.
I mean, Nate Diaz has jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, but not necessarily offensive wrestling.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with an excuse for him, to be honest.
Okay. Okay. We're not back up to our feet.
All right.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie.
So I feel like at this point I should also mention Dave's propensity for his curse. So Dave has gone 5-0. He lost in the GP, went on a -1. So now, or by all means, he has now got to lose another 4 times.
Oh yeah, now Dave has to go on a losing streak again now.
Yep. So I'll be interested to see if he, like, hopefully Dave wins. I'd like to see him break the curse, but also, like, yeah, it definitely doesn't go into his favour here tonight. Not much action happening here, Roger. I say that. Rubber guard.
I don't think Dave was expecting to get wrestled. I'm gonna be real.
No, I don't think anybody would. You see Nate Diaz, you do not expect a wrestling pick. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you don't really expect anybody to wrestle with Nate Diaz, but here we are. I mean, who do you give this round to, Dave? Right? I would think.
Yeah.
Based on the judging from Smudger's fight, I would think you would give it a
But
Dave.
also the rubber guard. I mean, there's some seeming strikes and done a lot of it. He's punching with the hand on the head. Don't do. Oh fuck.
Well,
Okay.
I'm thinking in terms of significant strikes. See, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I think significantly so as well. 4 to 12. So.
Yeah. So you probably give it a Dave, right? Like, because that's I guess what the game's looking for. Significant strikes trump everything. So
well, not necessarily because
assume
of depends on your fighter. Because sometimes it does a lot of damage. So sometimes you can have less significant strikes but more damage overall. Because depending on your fighter. So I think it's more that. It's a weird. The judges are not very consistent, but we've said that a lot tonight anyway. So.
I wonder, is it easier to damage someone with high cut susceptibility than somebody with a good chin?
Yeah, because cuts mean you do more damage.
Yeah, so think about, so my thing is, right, Nate Diaz has a great chin but bad cut susceptibility. Does that mean that it's easier to win fights against him, even though his chin might be better than most, just because he has bad cut susceptibility?
I guess, yeah. Speaking of people who are cut, though, that elbow cut Jack Della Maina, but not Nate Diaz here. Nate Diaz is in one
I'm just trying to
stun.
think what the logic here, you know?
No. It's not a bad idea, but I think so far, though, it's going to be interesting. The leg kicks, another. What is this? This fight's genuinely a bit weird.
I did not think this fight would be like this. Oh my
No,
goodness.
this fight's genuinely a bit weird.
I thought we were about to get a slobber knocker. I'm not gonna lie.
Given the
No, we're not
fighters,
getting that.
yes.
Yeah,
Given
we're
the
not.
players, apparently
Yeah.
not.
We also thought that Derek Lewis and Francis Ngannou would be a great fight, but that didn't happen. So
He's really hunting that rubber guard. It's not getting anywhere. I mean, if you're Dave, I don't know what you do. You've already got you've been stunned, so right now you're down in this round, and you're currently trapped into grappling with Diaz out of all places. But you have managed to get the backside, which has been pretty impressive. Okay. Back mount take, not fails. Get up probably? No. Goes to the half guard.
I'm genuinely disappointed right now watching this fight because it's nothing wrong with grappling. It's just
The picks.
well, yeah, we didn't expect that.
Yeah,
this is.
it's
I got my hopes up for nothing.
Man.
yeah, I think you can argue that. I mean, Nate Diaz is looking pretty good on the feet. Dave's getting a bit over aggressive on parts. You got to probably imagine that's from the weirdness of this fight, and he's getting frustrated from the grappling. But even with not a lot of overaction, their gas tanks are pretty hit, which is nice. Okay. Well, 10 seconds left on the clock. Diaz, again, leading fight in that round. I think it's 1-1 as we enter into the second. You can see Morsingham is also going into this favour round 1. No Morsingham going to Dave's favour. So, this is going to be a co-main determined by this third and final round. With the propensity for absolute weirdness during this fight, I can completely imagine this round is going to be the slobber knocker round. But we'll find out.
You know what I think would be smart for Dave to do is him to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
He should wrestle, get him down. When it gets back on the feet, then start letting your hands go the way you know you want to, right? I think that's the best bet. But that pull elbow is really doing a lot of damage. He keeps doing it too, and he's not picking up on it. He wants to pull elbow so bad. Ooh. Nice. Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised we're not on the ground right now. Oh. Yo.
This has been a weird old fight. Now we're starting to get this striking action a bit. It does seem like Dave's a bit more uncomfortable on the feet though right now, and it's leading to be a bit confused on where to find the entries. Oof. Diaz playing on that back foot, a lot of movement. That takedown denial now finally coming out, and that is what you want to see. Lands a couple more single strikes. I think Dave does need to do what you said earlier, though, is just shoot a takedown. Like, if he wants to win this, I think he needs to play to the judges and just point score in his third and final round, because he's won the first and he doesn't have the option of losing this round. And this, I mean, the way both of them are fighting, it doesn't look like it's going to go for a KO here.
Yeah, you did a great job of analyzing that and skipping over the fact that you said Blackfoot. What'd you mean by that, Doc? What'd you mean by Blackfoot?
Mispronunciation.
Oh my!
I was curious. You skipped right past it, like
Not Blackfoot.
I meant to say back foot.
No, Blackfoot is crazy. This is.
It's a hard fight around the judge.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the issues I can see that's going to happen as this fight goes any longer is the fact that Dave Stam's kind of half dead, and he's throwing very long combos that just mean that Nate Diaz needs one, maybe two counters to really land.
Out on the rocks. It's because he's just kind of countering Dave off these long combos.
Body comes out there.
Dave might be edging this round out right now, though.
I'm scared he's going to get stunned.
As long as he doesn't get countered. Yeah, as long as he doesn't get countered, he's edging the round out right now.
Dog.
Well, 40
Shoot
seconds.
for another takedown. Shoot for another takedown.
Maybe
You might as well.
Oh, that was nearly there.
He has not picked up on that pull elbow one time.
Dave needs to do what Bone did at the very end. Just walk back.
What's that? No.
Just walk back. You don't want to be exchanging. Takedown coming out, power takedown, and there we go. So, that was a weird fight. That was a very strange fight. You saw Nate Diaz shooting takedown very early on. Dave coming back with the a top game enough to do it. And then round two was the opposite. It was more Nate Diaz having the top control and doing the damage there. And then Dave being fairly neutralized in the full guard of Diaz. And then round three, a lot of striking action, not a lot of damage because of the gas tank. Dave gassing out towards the end of that round. Last minute takedown. And here we go to Bruce Buffer. I do not hear the commentary annoyingly, so we'll find out who's going to be champion when we go to the Tony
Nate look real confident, though.
I'm going to laugh if this goes to decision.
I ain't gonna lie, they probably gonna give it to Nate somehow.
They are. Look at the way he fist pumping. He's so confident. Look at him.
Very confident.
Look at the body language.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Nate
Dave's
a little
curse
too
stayed
confident.
through them. That's
Dave
minus-
went 5. Was
That's gonna be a
5.
pretty loss for Dave. Dave probably wasn't expecting things to go that way.
I don't think anybody would. If you see the pics, you just wouldn't expect that type of performance, let's be real.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look at the judges' scorecards as we can. Hopefully, please. So human strikes and total strikes go massively into the favour of Dave, and 93 to 144 in terms of total strikes. And 10-9, 10. Dave lost the first round?
I don't know how he lost the first round.
I don't know how he lost the first round. That is some wild judging.
It's so confusing because how did so if Dave lost that first round, how did Smudger lose?
Wait, no, look around. Hold on. Look, hey, this is insane work.
How did they? What are the judges on today?
Oh, this is insane.
This is absolute batshit and crazy.
Yeah, I don't get it at all.
Well then, another weird judge decision. Evidently, Dave's curse convinced the judges to score it against him. That's strange. Yeah, not much else to say to that, to be quite honest. That was a weird fight.
It's kind of confusing because I don't know what the judges are looking for.
No,
I don't know what they want.
I don't know. If someone knows, please tell us.
I mean, we can't really be mad, you know. The game is just really super hyper realistic.
Yeah,
you know,
the most realistic part, as I think you mentioned a couple of times now, is the judges. They are insane.
Yeah. I mean, EA did a really good job with the judging in the game. What can I say?
And so, after some weird fights, some fantastic fights, some intense fights, we have reached our main event. This is a man who has beaten the best of the best from Season 1 in Fadnator and is now looking to make his title defenses reign supremely. That is FSK Driz, and a man who is going to see if he can take the belt before Driz can take his first steps as a champion, before he can take his first title defense outside of the GP, is the man called Reg Dexpremacy. This man is ranked number 2, 3-0 from the unaired. He's now chosen featherweight. Driz has picked Conor McGregor. He has picked Ilya Topuria, and this is going to be one hell of a barn burner.
Here we go.
All right.
How many times have we played? Goodness. I can't see Elia right
We
now.
got
What's the
Driz,
record?
the fraud killer.
The fraud
We got-
killer.
I can't see his name because it's blurry. Oh my gosh! But the other guy,
The other guy.
what's his name?
Dexpremacy. Like
Supremacy or
Yeah.
Dex? What?
Dex. I don't know what his actual GT is, but that's the
Yeah.
name he goes by.
You guys should just come up with simpler names. Ooh. Now is it Driz's time to get fraud checked? Is it his turn?
Are you saying he's a
You gotta
one-hit wonder?
I mean, I don't know.
He called him Buster Douglas.
He's fraud checked many people now, but you know, let's see.
Oh.
Uh-oh. My goodness. Dex starting strong already. Let's see what Driz does. Oh, wow. Dex just moving all the way back for no reason. Puts his back on the cage on purpose. I love to see bad IQ. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he circles out. That was weird. He goes back. He goes back in the corner.
Oh, okay.
You gotta love watching guys make stupid decisions. Oh my goodness.
I think he's looking for the takedown. I don't.
Look at that takedown. Oh man. Oh man.
I'm trying not to.
I'm going to defend him, man. His brain is scrambling right now. You know what I'm saying? His brain is in shambles right now. He can't think.
Dude started the first minute off perfectly, and then it's like, you know what? I don't think I want to win anymore. You know, I mean,
Well,
geez.
he's starting to put a bit more of that pressure again. He's calm and patient, a bit more head health. Now he's having a lot more success. That damage has already been done quite early from McGregor, as you can see, but the block trying to recover. But again, Driz landing those consistent shots, keeping that block low at a moment's notice. Topuria does have the hand and power that can really trade with McGregor, but at the same time, you just don't want to be trading with either one of these guys just because of their propensity just for a random flash KO.
Yeah, I agree. Ilya has like 98 power now, so.
Oh, nice, Driz.
Ooh. Driz with the nice boxing. It's front kick though. Nice. Deep in the air. Let's go.
Roger, why it sound like you hate Driz's opponent? Why it sound like you...
Talk about Driz that time. Driz team. Yeah, that was Driz that time.
Oh, I was about to say. Because it sounds like he gonna have to fight you after this.
Driz is looking good, so is Dex. I mean, both of these guys not made a step wrong outside of the beginning minute of the first round so far, so. Staying calm, staying patient. Maybe see a takedown by Tapoya with an idea, but I feel like this is more just to counter the general striking of McGregor here tonight so far.
These guys are just swinging and banging right now. No way this goes to decision.
Which is good, judging by the judge's propensity for weirdness so far over the course of this card.
You know what's crazy? Connor has less head health right now. That's crazy.
Tapoya's just hits that hard.
Yeah. I think Connor and Tapoya. Well, actually, no. I was about to say they're too hard to hit it, but I forgot Josh Emmett exists.
Oh my gosh! Don't get me started on Josh Emmett.
I mean, he deserves 100 power. I'm not gonna lie, he does deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
He does have crazy power.
Oh,
he made the guy
power.
literally have a seizure. He deserves it.
Man, they are literally just standing in front of each other throwing.
You say that, takedown does get fired, doesn't manage to get it. Driz evidently training with his teammate FSK Fadnative for that takedown defense that you saw earlier on. Oh,
nice
the knockdown though.
You know what I think is making the big difference between them two, even though Ilya is landing a lot, is the accuracy of Connor. Connor has like plus 100 accuracy, because he has, I think, 99 accuracy, and then if you add the perks that he has with that, it's like over 100 now. So like those shots.
Oh my goodness!
Ooh, this is bad.
Yeah. Oh,
bad.
Well, did Herb Dean get in the way?
It's horrible.
That was very bad. That was horrible.
Yeah, that went from 0 to 100. Driz having that first round was quite close, and then suddenly Ilya Tapoya was just out cold. Driz taking the belt, and yeah, no, he did really good there. He looked really good, fantastic performance. Some back and forth action within that first round, but then again, as you saw, that last sequence was definitely very tense and difficult. Just managing to score the win there, Roger.
Yeah, I mean, Dex needs to change his name because that is a difficult name to pronounce. But I mean, that's what happens when you just stand in the pocket with Connor and just kind of go for broke. It's a difficult thing to do, very difficult to do and win at least.
And so, just noticed we have got the wrong stream ending card. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, but hey ho. That's my mistake. Yeah, no, that has been, unlike what it says there, that it has been PT 126. Fantastic night of fights. All some weird judging decisions, some fantastic fights. Performance of the night across the board. Fight of the nights. There's been wars. Primetime guarantees definitely happened. And Driz has won the title. He's done a fantastic job, and he defended the title. Sorry, my head's a bit fatty. Well then, yeah. So, with all that being said, have a good night. Stick around for the raid at the end. Adios.